Alright, hello everybody, it's me, Clock, and we are playing Spectral Phantasy, a visual novel dating sim. What's your name? It's Clock. Here, you know what? You know what, guys? I haven't given Chat a boyfriend in a while. Chat, today's your lucky day. I'm gonna let you date the ghost boy, because he doesn't even exist. Aren't you happy I did that for you, Chat? You're so happy. Don't worry about all the cum talk, chat. We definitely didn't just vote on the best chicken nugget dipping sauce. And chat, of course, voted for cum unanimously. Don't worry about it. This is probably a terrible idea. You sigh to yourself as you click the lock button on your car keys and give one final grimace to the source of your current predicament. Wait 1 second. Now the music's a little quiet. Yeah, let's crank it. Okay. You've been driving home from a get-together at your friend's house when your car had started making an awful grinding noise akin to a broken chainsaw, causing you to pull over before your engine caught fire, or something. Figures that you were forced to pull over in this densely wooded forest on the outskirts of the town you lived in. Couldn't your car have chosen to break down in a location that wasn't the prime setting for a horror movie? That's nice. No, do not start thinking about horror movies when you're currently stranded in the middle of the goddamn woods at 1 in the morning. Pulling the second source of grief out of your pocket, you check one final time to see the no service icon flashing at the top of your phone screen. Of course, your first instinct was to call someone to pick you up and save you from this nightmare you found yourself in, but those hopes had been quickly dashed. The stretch of forest between your town and the neighboring one your friend lives in is notorious for being a dead zone. So of course this is where your traitor's car would choose to break down. With another heavy sigh, you start your trek along the side of the road. You had debated sleeping in your car until the morning, but you know your town was only a mile or two from your current location, and it wouldn't take you a ridiculously long time to make it there. I mean, that's not that far, 1 mile. Bro, you could run that. You could just run that and make it home in, like, less than an hour, bro. What? Besides, it's not like you'd suddenly have cell service in the morning anyways. You'd have to walk, one way or another. Terrible idea, indeed, but here you are. Walking. However, despite your present circumstances, it truly is a beautiful autumn night. Oh, autumn! Yes! The fall walks! Okay, chat, if you disagree with me here, I'm gonna beat you to death with fallen leaves, but, fall is the best season. Fall is the best. The air is cool, but not uncomfortably so, with the sweater you're wearing. Hell yeah! And we're a sweater enjoyer based! The night sky is free of any clouds, allowing moonlight to illuminate the road ahead of you and eliminate the need for the emergency flashlight you had grabbed from the trunk of your car before you left. Alright, chat. Beat that dumb cat boy to death with fallen leaves that are beautiful to look at. I didn't know you had other seasons than Canada and other seasons than winter in Canada. Yeah, I have fall for 1 month, I have spring for 1 month, I have 8 months of winter, and then the last couple of months are just summer and they're unbearably hot. So, it's great. Yeah. It was easy to get lost in admiring the way the moonlight filtered in through the trees around you, or just how many stars were glittering in the sky above. There are worse nights your car could have chosen to break down. Still though, you are currently stuck walking along the road in the middle of the forest. Give and take. It's so easy to get caught up in stargazing, in fact, that you nearly jumped straight out of your skin when you heard a stick crack in the woods off to your side. That's fine. It's the woods. There's nocturnal animals. Noises are normal. You repeat that to yourself like a mantra as you continue your hike, now on high alert to the various sounds from the trees on either side of the road. Every time a branch breaks, a rustling can be heard from the dense underbrush. Your walking speeds up until you're nearly jogging. Your heart is hammering almost painfully in your chest as paranoia runs rampant in your mind of all the terrible things that could be lurking just out of sight in the trees around you. Your chat, I used to walk home, like, from my girlfriend's house for, like, 2 hours straight home. In the middle of the dark, that'd be, like, 1 to 2 a.m. And, like, I used to be a big scaredy cat. I'm definitely not anymore, chat. You see me play so many horror games, never scream once. But the trick to this is just pop it in some music and then just like jamming. Just as you're about to call it quits and run screaming back to your car, you see a break in the trees just ahead of you. That's right, you almost forgot. It's a decently popular urban legend amongst the teens in your town, and you were used to hearing stories about it growing up from kids you went to school with. Brierwood Manor. A giant Victorian-era mansion that's been left abandoned in the forest by your town for God knows how many decades now. No one knows who owns it, nor has anyone seen any for sale signs outside it to your knowledge. It just simply exists, sitting alone and abandoned in the woods. According to legend, the manor is haunted, you know, like every other abandoned mansion there is on the planet. It's simply a fact of life. Grass is green, the sky is blue, and abandoned mansions are haunted. It's not uncommon for teenagers to dare each other to spend a night in Brierwood Manor. One of your classmates even took up the challenge after his friend had bet him $20 he couldn't last the night. From what you heard, he didn't even last an hour before he was running out of the front doors. I'm just gonna say now, those places, like abandoned buildings and shit, they're super creepy, dude. They're super scary, and to top it off, there's probably some homeless guy pooping in the corner. Like, don't do it. Don't go in there, okay, guys? You aren't incredibly superstitious yourself, so you haven't ever been terribly concerned with the manor. If anything, it'd be fun to investigate from an urban exploration perspective, just to see how things were back in the time period the mansion was constructed in. If it's Victorian era, it probably looks pretty nice. Also, if I was offered $20 to stay in that mansion I would do it. Anything for 20 bucks. Well, apparently that time is now. Rather than endure another minute of your brain plaguing you with images of mountain lions charging at you from the trees, you take your chances waiting out the night in the manor. After briskly turning onto the dirt path that led to the property, you can already see the looming shape of the manor from between the gaps in the trees. Hey, I'm not a homeless guy, okay? I'm a squatter. There's a difference. And it's my mansion now. You slip your way through the gap in the rusted iron gates that mark the entrance to the property, the metal emitting a shrill screech into the darkness around you, causing you to wince. Is this really the time to be checking out the abandoned haunted mansion? Is this... My car's broken down, I have no cell service, nobody knows I could possibly be here, and I'm like, yeah, let's go check that out. It is impossible not to acknowledge the beauty of the manor, now that you're standing right in front of it. It does look awesome, okay? In Ontario, actually, like, there's a lot of, like, Victorian-era buildings still around to this day, like, maintained, and they look awesome. Like, I wish I was rich just so I could live in one of those houses. And then hear everything my neighbors and everyone around me says, because those walls were not soundproof at all. Modern buildings truly do pale in comparison to architecture like this. Every little detail, from the intricate designs carved onto the wooden doors, all the way to the elegant swooping metal of the porch railing, had clear love poured into their creation. Nice. It's a shame it's abandoned, left to rot out here in the woods like this. You'd love to call a place like this your home. Well, after some major repairs and TLC, that is. As beautiful as the manor was, there's no glossing over the fact that most of the visible windows are either cracked or shattered completely. Well, that's good. More airflow, you know? Wooden planks had been haphazardly nailed across the broken windows, most growing moss and showing clear signs of weathering. No one had come here to perform maintenance in a very long time, it seems. It's abandoned. No one's coming. Except me. It really is strange that nothing was ever done with Brierwood Manor. Think to yourself, clearly it was worth money before it fell into such disrepair. Surely it would have either been sold off or demolished at some point. After making your way up to the creaky wooden stairs, you find yourself standing in front of the doors to Brierwood Manor and are suddenly hit with a new wave of apprehension. Were you really going to do this? Still wasn't too late to go back and sleep in your car until the morning. But that required making the hike all the way back through the dreaded forest that put you on the front porch to the manor to begin with. I mean, we could go past the manor. We could just go to the town like we said we would. But, you know, that's stupid. That's crazy. Let's go spend the night in a haunted manor. Maybe meet a cute boy along the way. Honestly, me, chat. Honestly, if there was, like, someone who was like, oh, yeah, there's a cute girl in that man, I'd be like, okay, sign me up. 20 bucks? If stranded in the woods with a broken down car wasn't the perfect setting for a horror movie, a supposedly haunted, abandoned mansion definitely was. Yo, new viewers from YouTube? How you doing? Good to see you. Neko Femboy, and who's Roxy? Nice. Pog.
Oh, we already have a Neko Femboy.
Yeah, we already have one Neko Femboy in the chat. Neko Femboy, ooh woo. Your brother. Okay. No. What were you getting anxious for anyways? Teenagers come here all the time, and no one has ever gotten hurt to your knowledge. Besides, ghosts weren't real. Just a bunch of dumb stories kids tell each other to get scared for fun. Alright, enough of the mental gymnastics with yourself. You're going in. Yeah, the Giga Chad comes out. Much to your surprise, the front doors swing open with relative ease. The ancient hinges give a groan in protest, announcing your presence to the empty manor. Ooh, looks nice. Oh, welcome to Brierwood Manor. Your story begins. Huh. You were expecting the front doors to be locked, though at the same time, you really don't feel like looking at for another entrance by hauling yourself through a window or something. Yo, Knuckle Femboy subscribed! I've scammed him! Chat, yeah! Okay. Oh, Anuxius did it. Nice! Let's go! Scam! You pull the emergency flashlight out of your backpack and click it on, the beam of light flickering precariously a few times before mercifully staying on. Worst comes to worst, you can always use your phone's flashlight, but you'd rather avoid draining the battery unnecessarily. Especially if you're going to be stuck in a dusty old mansion until morning. You needed something for entertainment. Taking your first few hesitant steps into the manor, you sweep the flashlight's beam around the room and survey your surroundings. The room you find yourself in seems to be the foyer. A large wooden staircase can be seen at the back of the spacious room, leading up to what seems to be a small landing. This looks amazing, by the way. Good background art. This, I would love to live in a house like this. What the fuck? And then, like, also, it would go into disrepair because you need maids and butlers. There are two hallways on either side of the foyer that presumably lead to different wings of the mansion. There isn't much furniture in this room, just a small settee and a few tables placed here and there. However, a large, elegantly carved mirror in the corner of the room does give you a fright when your flashlight beam passes over it, causing the glass to flash back at you. Honestly, you're shocked at how intact the mansion was. There's no graffiti like you expected to find from such a popular teen hangout spot, and even weirder is that all the furniture is still here. Surely such nice antique pieces would fetch a decent price if sold. Yo, Anuxius with another gifted sub? Thank you so much, dude. Really appreciate that. Sugar Daddy Anuxius, back at it again.
You have to hydrate.
Hydrate up, chat. YouTube, if you're watching, make sure you got water. This is going to be a little bit of a long one, so sip up. And stand up straight. Or sit up straight. You can stand too, I guess. There's no graffiti like you expected to find from such a popular teen hangout spot. And even weirder is that all the furniture is still here. Surely, such nice antique pieces would fetch a decent price if sold. What doesn't surprise you, however, is the sheer amount of dust. Every visible surface is coated in a thick blanket of it, and dust motes can be seen floating lazily through the air, visible in the silver beams of moonlight streaming through the windows. You can even make out footprints in the dust on the floor from previous visitors. Well, since you're stuck here for the rest of the night, you might as well explore a bit more. Where to first? Oh, shit, okay. Let's save, yeah. Well, I mean, I don't want to go upstairs. Yeah, let's head down the hallway in the first floor, yeah. Deciding to explore the ground floor first, you turned your flashlight beam in the direction of the hallway to your left. Oh god, that's scary. Are you sure you want to be doing this, man? Walking around a haunted mansion middle of the night? No promise of femboys, goth girls, just promises of ghosts and psychopaths? No? Okay. The light did little to cut through the darkness of the entryway, causing your mind to wander about what unseen things could be lurking in the gloom just outside the flashlight's beam. Ugh, that is not the mindset you need for exploring a creepy old mansion like this. What mindset do we have? Ghost hunter mindset. Guys, do you hear that crackling sound? That's a ghost! The walls of the hallway are lined with sconces, surprisingly still holding half-burned candlesticks, and the wooden floor is covered with an elegant-looking red carpet. Wooden doors line the walls on either side of the hallway. There looks to be 6 rooms in total. Wow, this place is massive. Rich people are on a whole other level. Try the doorknobs as you make your way down the hall. Odd, all of the rooms so far are locked. No, do not jump scare me, pressed Sue. Just as you reach out for the doorknob of one of the last rooms of the hall, you hear a wooden clattering sound from behind you. Your entire body jumps in surprise and a small, undignified squeak escapes from your mouth. Eek! Quickly spinning around, you see the source of the noise. One of the large framed paintings decorating the wall of the hallway had fallen to the floor. It's not entirely outside the realm of possibilities, you suppose. Brierwood Manor was ancient after all. You walking around probably just disturbed it enough to fall off its hook. A nice, rational explanation. No way were you going to buy into all the ghost stories about this place. Your paranoia would drive you to insanity if you started thinking like that. You turn your attention back to the door in front of you, and once again reach out to the door to try the doorknob. Oh, it's not locked. The door swings open easily despite a small squeak of the hinges, and you step inside, sweeping your flashlight around the room. Looks like a large dining room. There's a long wooden table in the center of the room with matching chairs ranged around it. Definitely bigger than any dining room you've been in before. This is crazy good. It's crazy nice, dude. Just live here. Just squat. A beautiful crystal chandelier hangs above the table, and candles still present in their holders. You once again find yourself thinking how odd it was that this place was virtually untouched, save for nature taking its course. How many abandoned places still had ornate plates and silverware set up in preparation for a meal like this? Sure, the tablecloth was moth-eaten and tattered after so many decades, but no one had disturbed so much as a single spoon on the table, let alone stolen anything. Honestly, you were half expecting to find pentagrams spray-painted on the walls and empty beer bottles everywhere. Yeah, that's more likely if teenagers have come by. Putting that thought aside, you pull out the chair at the head of the table and take a seat, imagining what it would be like to have dinner in such a fancy room. Suddenly, you're snapped out of your daydream and your eyes catch movement from the far end of the room. In alarm, your head snaps up to look at the source. Oh. Instead of some specter of horror here to slit your throat, the drapes framing one of the windows flutter about innocuously. Innocuously. You can spot a large hole in the glass, so it was probably just the autumn breeze. You let out the breath you didn't even realize you were holding. Try to will your heartbeat to return to a normal level. Nah, it's not happening. Jeez, look at you getting all worked up like this. The stories about this place really were getting to you, apparently. Yeah, I definitely wouldn't get scared, chat. I'd be super manly about it. Calm down, chat. It's just an old house. Pulling out your phone, you briefly check to see if you still don't have any luck with service before opening up a window or an app. Might as well relax here for a bit while you wait for the morning. A few minutes go by, and you become fully absorbed in your phone, your paranoia already forgotten. Suddenly, a series of wooden creaking noises emanate from behind you, jolting you out of your digital amusement. In surprise, you drop your phone and it clatters loudly onto the table. However, upon giving the room a quick scan, you don't see anything out of place. Maybe it was just the house settling. Houses do that, right? Even houses that should have been done settling decades ago. Okay, 1, they don't stop settling. 2, yeah, these old houses, they're fucking creepy to live in, man. You live in one of these old houses, you're gonna think you're haunted constantly, okay? I used to live in one of these old houses, and the attic would make noises all the time, and I fucking hated it, because my room had the entrance to the fucking attic in it, and all the time I was scared to death that someone was gonna come down and kill me one day. And when it happened, my lord, we became best friends. No, we're not talking about the great-grandma story today. That's a story for another time, chat. Houses do that, right? Even houses that should have been done settling decades ago? Slowly, you reach for your phone and slide it back into your pocket while you wait to see if you hear anything else. There it was again. The same brief cadence of wooden creaks that scared you moments before. A sharp pang of fear grips your chest as you realize what the noise sounded like. It wasn't just the foundation creaking. It sounded exactly like someone walking across the old wooden floors. In an instant, you spring to your feet and bolt back into the hallway before slamming the door behind you. No, absolutely not dealing with that. You stay there in the morning, watching the door in the hallway, watching the door for a few minutes until you're convinced nothing is going to chase you. Maybe you just thought it sounded like footsteps, or hell, it could have even been a raccoon or a possum wandering around. Ugh, your paranoia is acting up again. You're letting yourself get all worked up for nothing. Though, maybe a change of scenery would do you some good. Make your way back down the hallway and enter the large foyer once again. Sure, The noise was probably just an animal, but you still didn't want to take your chances being on the first floor anymore, so you decided to head up the large staircase. Why don't we just leave? No, I'm taking my free tour. It's fine. After climbing the staircase, you turn to briefly admire the foyer from your new vantage point. All things considered, you decide that this is one of the coolest places you've ever visited. Maybe you'll come back sometime during the day when you don't have to be so afraid of random noises or paintings falling off the wall. Those things will still happen day or night in these haunted houses, okay? It's the ghost, not the time of day. You make your way across the landing and to the other side of the foyer's second floor. Part of you was worried about falling through the floor, but the landing seemed sturdy enough. You were surprised about the lack of water damage given the broken windows everywhere, but you hadn't spotted any holes in the roof, so it made sense, you suppose. These places were built to last. Hell yeah. The landing led to a large wooden door with an ornately carved metal handle. You grasped the handle and pushed the door inwards, revealing another darkened hallway similar to the one downstairs. Is it similar because you didn't want to draw another hallway? Is that it? I'm not hating. Respect. This hallway, however, extended out towards the left and the right, as well as heading straight ahead. Jeez, this place was massive. You notice the closet door on your left is already partially cracked open, so you decide to push it open the rest of the way and peek inside. Your flashlight beam shines into the room, revealing an elegant parlor. Plush-looking velvet chairs and couches are arranged around a wooden table in the center of the room. Much to your surprise, there's even a tea set displayed neatly on the table. Nice. Most of the walls are covered in large windows, framed by heavy velvet drapes that allow moonlight to shine in and illuminate the room better. Perhaps you'll hang out in this room for the night and wait for morning. It's very inviting after all. Your eyes are on those velvet couches. Good place to relax and get your mind off of the events from the dining room. Make your way over to one of the couches and brush aside some of the dust before making yourself comfortable. The couch is every bit as soft as it looked. As you go to set your backpack down on the cushion next to you, you notice a book laying there. Upon picking it up, you realize that there isn't a single trace of dust on it. That's odd. Nearly everything else you've encountered in the mansion so far has been coated in what you swear must be half an inch of the stuff. Maybe someone who came here before you accidentally left it here? The book looks right at home with the time period of the mansion, though. An ancient-looking copy of Grimm's Fairy Tales. Okay, so I don't know if you know what Grimm's Fairy Tales are, chat, but they're basically the original storybook that all of, like, those old Disney princess movies and all the old, like, Disney movies are based off of. And, you know, the Disney movies always end, like, really happily, you know, like, oh, the prince saves the woman, gets a kiss, wakes up, you know, all these happy endings. The original Grimm's Fairy Tales is a horror storybook. Every one of the stories ends horribly. Like, in death, in, like, servitude, slavery, like, it's terrible. Everybody just dies in those books. Your favorite character's dead, okay? Just, I thought that'd be fun to say. I like that fact. Read it. You brushed off the thought and gingerly opened the book. There, written on the inside cover, was a message that read, "For my beloved Cyrus, love, Mother." The message caused a small smile to form on your face as your fingers brushed over the elegantly written letters. You can almost imagine this Cyrus reading this book with their mother. Maybe they were a previous resident. Once you have service and are back home, maybe you could look up the history of this place. After flipping through the worn, yellowed pages for a few minutes, you suddenly feel a lot colder than when you sat down, as if the temperature in the room dropped a few degrees all of a sudden. Well, it was autumn, and there were a lot of broken windows, probably just cooled off outside. However, just as you return to reading the book in your lap, your flashlight beam flickers a few times before going out. Oh god, no. That's a ghost, man. That's a fucking ghost. Ugh, stupid old thing. You knew it wasn't gonna last the whole night. Slap the plastic side of it a few times before it miraculously decides to stay on. Thank god. As if on cue, the beam cuts out. Before you even have a chance to smack it again, your attention snaps to the table in front of you in an instant. Did that teacup just move? You slowly set the book aside and stare at the teacup intently for a few moments before rolling your eyes with a sigh. This place is really messing with your head. It's just an old mansion. Ghosts don't exist. Scratch that. The teacup is floating. The teacup is floating? Excuse me? You feel your chest tighten up in fear as you sit there, too paralyzed by terror to move, as the teacup hovers innocently a few inches from the table in front of you. helpless to do anything but watch. You stare wide-eyed as the teacup lazily floats closer to you until it's right in your front of your face. Then, just as suddenly as it appeared, the teacup drops harmlessly onto your lap. Oh, thank you, ghost! Thank you! Before your panic-stricken brain even has a chance to process what just happened, you hear an echoing laugh ring out into the room, causing the blood in your veins to turn to ice. That's it. Your stay in the mansion is officially over. You really regret giving your classmates so much shit for buying into all the ghost stories about Brierwood Manor back when you were still in school. Maybe if you had believed them, you wouldn't be in this situation right now. Without waiting to see what other nightmares the mansion had in store for you, you jump to your feet and scramble to get to the door. However, before you can reach for the doorknob, you can hear something that causes you to freeze up in terror. What? You're not in the mood for tea? A voice calls out from somewhere in the room behind you, amusement clearly evident in its tone, ripping you out of your thoughts and sending a chill down your spine. Your head whips around to look for the source of the voice, but the parlor is still just as empty as when you entered. Without waiting for something else to happen, you throw open the door and bolt into the hallway, prepared to leave the mansion as soon as possible. Just as you are about to reach the open doorway that leads back out into the foyer, however, the wooden door slams shut in your face and you hear the unmistakable sound of a lock clicking into place. No. This was not happening. You uselessly try and turn the doorknob as your brain starts desperately trying to work out another way out of the mansion. Did you really think that I would let you leave that easily? You just got here, didn't you? Stay and enjoy yourself a little longer. The same disembodied voice rings out into the empty hallway once again, sounding even more amused than before and accompanied by a taunting laugh. Without even thinking, you run down to the other end of the hallway, getting away from where the voice came from, nearly tripping in the process in your haste to get away. You all but throw yourself through the threshold of the first open doorway you find, slam the door shut behind you, fumbling to slide the lock into place. Murderer, murderer, murderer! It takes a solid minute or two before you finally hear your terrified gaze away from the door, convinced that the voice you heard in the hall wasn't going to chase you in here. Turning, you survey the new room that you found yourself in. If you weren't experiencing a literal horror movie right now, you'd fall in love with this room. Yeah, this room looks awesome. But why is there a giant TV? Is that a painting or a TV? It looks like a TV, but I'm going to assume it's a painting. We're going to go with painting, okay? But I thought it was a TV, and I was like, the fuck? Ghost just wants to watch cartoons and anime, guys. Okay. It's huge. Nearly every available wall is lined with bookshelves full of more volumes than you could ever hope to count. That's awesome. A sizable stone fireplace is nestled between two of the bookshelves with two soft-looking velvet couches facing each other in front of it. Too bad the only thing on your mind right now is getting the hell out of this place. Otherwise, you'd love to curl up here and indulge in some good books. You bite your lip and as you contemplate where you could go from here. There are no other doors in the library, leaving the only exit the one you came in from. There's a window on the far side of the room, but you are on the second floor. You can spot what looked like a trellis outside. Maybe you can scale it down the yard below? That's good. Then again, it has to be ancient, just like the rest of the manor. You don't trust the wood to be able to support your weight. While debating the pros and cons of broken legs, you hear a loud thump in the room behind you, causing a strangled cry to escape your lips. Spinning around, you see a heavy-looking book on the floor in front of one of the bookshelves. Why did you even think a locked door could work? Ghosts can move through walls, dumbass. Suddenly, another book flies off the shelf and skids across the floor, coming to a stop at your feet. Trellis it is. Without waiting to see what else the ghost would do, you rush for the window and throw it open. Oh, we could open it? We didn't have to break it? That's good. The crisp autumn air blowing your hair back. Right as you had gotten 1 foot up on the windowsill, however, a sharp cry rings out behind you and a panic-laced voice calls out, Whoa, hang on, I'm sorry, okay? This mansion doesn't need 2 ghosts. Where you can put your full weight onto the trellis, you cry out in surprise as 2 chilly arms wrap themselves around your waist and yank you back through the window and into the library. Wait, did he just grab him? Did he just grab my my hips or my thighs? 4 big Sorry, just one guy grabbing my thighs. You, along with what you assume is the ghost, go sprawling to the floor. Your elbow bangs into the wooden floor painfully, but most of your fall was cushioned by the body beneath you. Ow. Rolling to the side, you push yourself to your knees before casting a glance at the figure beside you. Oh. Well, that's not the creepy murderous ghost you were expecting. No, it is not. He looks like an ordinary boy. Probably close to your age, if you had to guess. The only thing off about him is the sickly pallor of his skin and the slight transparent quality to his form. Noticing you looking at him, quickly sits up and looks you up and down with a worried expression on his pale face. Hi, ghost boy. Oh my god, are you okay? You stare at him incredulously for a few moments, your brain still trying to work through this whole insane situation. Yeah, I'm fine, but... Wait, chat, this is gonna be your boyfriend. Wait a second. And he's rich. Well, actually, his assets are not liquidated. So, and if you sell the house, you lose your boyfriend, so... You better start working hard. Yeah, I'm fine, but... Before you can finish your sentence, the ghost cuts you off with a sigh of relief and buries his face in his hands. That's good. Ugh, if my heart was still beating, I'm positive that you would have stopped it. Don't worry. I'll do that now. Hey, with Riz. Works every time. He lifts his head from his hands and gives you an exasperated look. I can't believe you seriously tried to jump out the window. That causes you to sputter for a moment before pointing an accusatory finger in his direction. Because I thought you were gonna kill me? I was trying to escape! I wasn't going to kill you. Why would you even think that? I haven't laid a finger on you the whole time you've been here. Get it? Because he doesn't have them. Because he's invisible. You pause and contemplate his words for a moment as you climb to your feet, the ghost doing the same. Well, you suppose he has a point. The only harm that's come to you since you've entered the manor had been purely mental damage. I mean, yeah, but your voice in the hallway was something straight out of a horror movie. I was fully expecting you to chase me down and eat my soul or something. This gets a snort out of the ghost and gives you a small grin. Eating souls? That's a new one. No, I just wanted to scare you into the library to keep you here a little bit longer. I mean, you haven't even been here that long. The ghost's grin turns into an apologetic smile as he holds his hand out to you. I don't think that's true. I think you like to tease. Sorry, let's start over. I'm Cyrus. You hesitantly reach out and grasp his hand, a chill shooting up your arm at how cold his skin is against yours. Hey, yo. Wait, you're physical. Hey, yo, poltergeist. There's a few things I'm thinking now. Chat. Cyrus's expression brightens considerably as he eagerly shakes your hand in his before letting go. Nice to officially meet you, chat. I really am sorry about scaring you so badly. It's just been so long since someone has visited. I went a little overboard. Jeez, you're gonna get whiplash at this rate with a total 180 of this situation. No, it's fine, just... Why scare people in the first place? Cyrus seems friendly enough, and with the amount of times he's apologized in the last 30 seconds, you're pretty sure he wasn't a bad person, ghost, whatever. If he didn't want to chase people off, why scare them at all? He glances away and stares at the wall for a few moments before replying with an awkward smile. Because it's kind of what ghosts do, you know? His bright red eyes find yours again before he continues. I mean, most of the visitors I get are people looking to get scared. I like putting on a good show for them. That's awesome. Good for you. Me too, honestly. If I was a ghost, I'd just haunt people all day. But I wouldn't hurt anyone. I'd just do small pranks to fuck around with them. His gaze falls to the floor as he rubs the back of his neck. But I don't know. I probably wouldn't try dating one of them. That did make sense. He supposed, given all the urban legends about Brierwood Manor, teens purposely came here with the hopes of getting scared. It was practically a Halloween attraction. It's fun for me too. It gets boring here. The ghost... He's a Chad? Okay, chat. You can... Alright, chat. Alright. Alright, you're lucky I didn't call him a femboy when I saw him, okay, chat? He's definitely a twink. He's the twinkiest twink I've ever seen. He's a goddamn Twinkie. Lick him. Thank you, Ghost. The ghost's voice takes on a bitter tone as he keeps his eyes downcast. You can sense there's more to it than just scaring the shit out of teenagers for fun. Nah, that's pretty fun. That's why I try to keep the stories going, so people tell their friends and I get more visitors. Oh, okay, let's save. I don't know if these will matter, but... are you lonely? He already said no one's gotten hurt, so let's say, are you lonely? Cyrus's head abruptly snaps up to stare at you with wide eyes before he seems to quickly recover and let out a small laugh. Lonely? Of course not. I'm a ghost. Being alone is kind of our thing. He waves off your question with another awkward laugh and coughs into his fist to compose himself. Excuse me, why do you cough? You're a ghost. Besides, I have the people that visit to keep me company. Even if only 1 or 2 people visit a month, or that only a handful over the decades have ever stayed to talk with me after I've revealed myself. I'm definitely not bothered when I say hi and they run screaming out the front door. Nope, not at all. Sounds an awful lot like you're lonely to me. You know, ghost life. I mean, what's a few millennia as a ghost? Brings his hands up to cover his face and muffles a small scream into them before peeking at you from above his fingers. Is it that obvious? It's impossible to stop a tiny grin from forming on your face at his actions. To think this was the big scary ghost you were running for your life from not even 10 minutes ago. He's kind of cute like this. I think it's perfectly normal to be lonely under your circumstances, buddy. I mean... Oh. I'm assuming you can't leave the mansion? You can't pass on or whatever it's called, right? I'm assuming you can't leave the mansion. Goon. Oh, okay. Alright, stop gooning, chat. A heavy sigh escapes Cyrus as he crosses his arms and taps his foot against the wooden floor of the library. Also, I'm calling it now, chat. This game might have some heavy topics on why he's dead. There might be some heavy topics later surrounding that, and I don't think it's going to be too crazy considering the wraps around his neck, okay? So we're just going to leave that vague for now. It might not happen, okay? I just want it to be clear that if you're not a little bit older, you know, if you're not, you know, above the PG-13 age, this might get a little heavy, okay? Got it in one. My spirit is bound to the property, probably because I died here. What's the name of the game? It's literally in the title. I already forgot it, so check the title of the stream. I don't know. It's not like I have a convenient little handbook that teaches me about being deceased. He had a point. It must be frustrating being a ghost and not knowing what you're doing. Yeah, ghost puke. What's it like? Tap a finger to your chin. Oh, you want pizza. Okay, well, I guess that's what being a ghost is like. That's all ghost misses. Just the chance to eat pizza and puke it up again. Tap a finger to your chin, wondering where you could go from here. You oddly find yourself wanting to cheer him up. A frown like that didn't suit him. The sheer irony. Like, yeah, he scared the hell out of you and nearly gave you a heart attack, but he clearly isn't a bad person, just lonely. Couldn't imagine being alone for as long as Cyrus has. Can't even leave and go explore the world. Bro is not bedrot maxed enough. Being a ghoul must suck. Being a ghost must suck. Yeah, I mean, eternal, you know, doing nothing, not great. Well, hey, you have me here for the night at least, right? Come on, cheer up. Your smile was much cuter. That's terrible. I'll keep you company as long as you promise not to give me any more heart attacks. That makes it fun. Let's do... Well, hey, you have me here for the night at least, right? You offer Cyrus a small smile, and he looks back at you with wide eyes. Wait, really? You're not gonna leave? Nah, I was planning on staying until morning anyways. And now that I know you're not a murderous ghost, there's no reason for me to leave. In that case, how about a tour? We have plenty of time to kill, so let me show you around the manor. Oh, but first, why don't you tell me how you ended up here to begin with? You don't seem like the typical visitor I get. Usually it's just teenagers daring each other to come inside. You want to hear about me? Of course, you're the first visitor I've had in... He trails off, mumbling numbers under his breath for a few moments before waving his hand. Never mind, it doesn't matter. You're the first person in a long time that hasn't run out the front door in fear by this point. So I'd love to hear more about you. I clearly don't get out much. Yeah, if you're talking to me. Sorry, if you're talking to chat. Oh my god, chat? All they do is spam words like come. You politely decline to mention that you did, in fact, try to run out the door in fear. You don't want to hurt his feelings. Oh, he knows. He's the one who locked the door. Also, thank you, chat, for, thank you for fulfilling your role of cum. Well, for starters, explain all about how your traitorous car broke down and how you had a paranoia-filled hike along the side of the road until you ended up at Brierwood Manor's front gates. I figured an abandoned mansion would be a better place to wait out the night rather than run all the way back to my car. An awkward laugh escapes you as you finish recounting the events of the night. It sounds ridiculous now that you're saying it out loud to someone. So, you willingly came into a known haunted mansion because you were afraid of some completely normal noises in the woods? Immediately, your hands come up to your face, and you let out a noise of embarrassment. Yes. The Giga Chad? Yes. Thought I was going to get mauled by a bear or something. That's a completely natural reaction. You know what? I think I'd rather you be a scary, murderous ghost. Shut up. Wipe that smug look off your face. Chat, it is you, okay? This is your date. So you tell me what you want me to say for you, okay, chat? What do you want him to say? Exactly, Geb. Geb based. He agrees with me. Chat, what are you thinking? You thinking completely natural reaction? Do you want to be a little mean? Or do you want to be a little teasing? You want to tease him a little bit, you know what I'm saying? No one's answering. Nobody cares. Nobody wants. Say that he is a snack and needs to be devoured. I like how this is the Neko Femboy Uwu. Like, are you not a bottom, bro? Like, what? Like, what? Neko Femboy Uwu. I'm a top. Excuse me.
Bottom recognizes bottom.
Bottom recognizes a bottom. I see. You know what? I think I'd rather you be a scary, murderous ghost. This causes Cyrus to burst into laughter and hold out his sides. He tries to speak several times, but can't manage to get any words out. Calms down after a few moments and wipes a tear from his eye. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to make fun of you. Really, I haven't joked with someone like this in forever. You understand. Gives you an apologetic smile. It wasn't even that funny of a joke, bro. So, let's get that tour started, shall we? Sure, lead the way. I think I'll enjoy looking around a lot more now that I don't have to worry about a ghost trying to give me a heart attack. Cyrus grins in response to your snarky tone. Please, if I was really trying to scare you, you'd be on the carpet passed out from terror. I'm stopping everything in my body from the bet I have balls of steel. But I'll let chat choose, because they don't have balls of steel, so. I'm going to politely request that you don't do that. Like I could be scared of such a cute face. I kind of want to flirt with him, but at the same time, every ounce of the testosterone inside me is telling me to say, bet, nerd. Wait, last one, tease him? Tease him or bet? I think chat's gonna want me to tease him. Did I save this? I did. Okay. I'll tease him. I'll tease him for chat. People are saying tease. I will tease him, okay? Like I could be scared of such a cute face. Cyrus sputters a bit, clearly caught off guard by your statement. I don't have... He fidgets with the silver locket around his neck before seemingly composing himself. Anyways, let's get going. Cyrus eagerly makes his way to the door, and instead of opening it, his body passes right through the wood. Right. Ghost. Ugh, men. They don't even open a door for a dude anymore. What the hell's this? Not even a moment later, the door swings open to reveal a clearly flustered Cyrus. His pale cheeks are even tinted a tiny bit red. Oh, that's adorable. Sorry. Force a habit. After you. Oh, there. He remembered. He remembered. Everything's good. He holds the door open for you as you step back into the hallway. Should have went with bet. Nah, this way we're gonna date a ghost. Starting from the first floor and ending back up here at the library is... Oh, wait. Starting from the first floor and ending back up here at the library is probably best. Come on. He gestures for you to follow, and you walk beside him as the two of you make your way back into the large foyer. You take a moment to stop and admire the room once again from the landing. Cyrus leans on the railing next to you and shoots you an easy grin. Pretty, right? When I was a kid, one of my favorite things to do was to slide down the staircase railings. My parents hated it. You nod before looking over to meet his eyes. You grew up here. Mm-hmm. Lived here my entire life. And, well, afterlife now, I suppose. It'd be a lie to say you weren't curious about his past, but you didn't want to pry right now. You did just meet. Also, it was probably considered rude to ask a ghost what their life was like before they, well, you know. Cyrus didn't seem eager about elaborating either, so you let it go. Isn't this like the first thing you say to a ghost? How did you die? This way. There's one room in particular I want to show you down here. Now, the sex dungeon. It leads you down the staircase and into the hallway on the first floor. At the end of the hall, Cyrus opens up a door and nods his head for you to go inside, a smile on his face. You quickly realize you probably don't even need your flashlight for this room. It was a beautiful sunroom, complete with massive ornate windows. The ceiling was even made almost entirely out of glass panes. Okay, chat, actual serious question. I love, like, these sunroom, like garden rooms. They're fucking awesome. They're super amazing. But then if you think about it, like, after 10 seconds, you're like, honestly, I would fucking hate that. Because what if someone was... I play too many horror games. But one of them literally had a game where, like, you got jump scared because you turned around in one of these rooms, and there was just, like, a dude, hands on the glass, just staring you down. And it's like, holy fucking shit. That guy could just get in at any point. Nah. Too dangerous. I don't like it. It's scary. What if you just wake up one day and there's just a dude looking at you while you're reading a book or something? Full body. Not even just like a face. Just the whole thing. Normal jump scare. Quickly realize you probably don't even need your flashlight for this room. It's a beautiful sunroom. Oh, I already read this. Sorry. I know this room is a little worse for wear, but it's kind of difficult to keep it maintained with all the windows. Hard breathing, too. He says, grimacing as your shoes crunch on some broken glass, just as he finished speaking. Sorry, I really have no way of repairing any of the glass. Not at all. I think it's gorgeous. I would kill to have a room like this in my house. I'm glad you like it. This is one of my favorite rooms. If I'm not in the library, I'm usually here reading during the day. Wait a second. Is that why the rooms are in good condition? You maintain them? I tried to, at least. He lets out a small sigh and glances around at all the various debris littering the floor. I tried a lot harder in the beginning, but I've kind of given up after this many decades. Besides, there isn't much I can do to stop the elements. I was really surprised at how good of a condition the mansion was in when I was exploring earlier. You've done a really good job. I was fully expecting beer bottles and graffiti everywhere, maybe even a pentagram spray painted on the floor surrounded by black candles. Cyrus's expression brightens a bit at your joking tone. It's not as if people haven't tried to do that. They just get the VIP treatment in those scenarios. Oh, wait, okay, next. Okay. Totally deserved it for trying to trash your house. What treatment did I get then? I'm almost scared to ask. Wait, let's go with what treatment did I get then? Cyrus hums thoughtfully and thinks about it for a few moments. You got the honored guest treatment. Just a few harmless pranks, no lasting mental scars. Are we ignoring how I almost jumped out of the second floor window? I stopped you, didn't I? I'm gonna scratch on you. See? Honored guest. You're even getting a tour. Now then, let's move on to another room. I think I know another one you might like. Two of you head out of the sunroom and into the hallway again. This time, Cyrus stops in front of a door and passes right through the wood again. You hear the noise of a lock being turned and the door swings open a moment later. Oh, I wanted to ask, why are so many of the doors locked or jammed? Ah, that's simple. I don't want people getting into them and potentially damaging anything. There's also a few rooms that are in pretty bad shape. I don't want anyone getting hurt in case the floor gives out or something. But mostly it's to preserve them, like my bedroom, my sister's room, my parents' room. I don't want anyone going in there but me. His expression turns somber for a moment before he seemingly shakes it off and smiles again. So the less rooms people can get into, the less I have to worry. Wow. Wait. Teasing or actual gratefulness? I want to be actually great. Like, personally, if I have the chance to be grateful or teasing, I actually will be grateful more often than not. But it's you, chat. It's chat today. So if you want to tease them, then you can tease them, okay? What do you think, chat? Tease them or grateful? Let's drink some water. Gratefully. Alright, Ghost. Alright, Ghost. I like how everyone's being grateful. And then the goddamn femboy is like, tease. Big smile on his face. I'm thinking grateful here. Thank you for trusting me then, showing me this one. Of course. I've kept an eye on you from the moment you set foot in the foyer. You've been respectful and careful about how you interact with everything you've come across in here, so I feel like I can trust you. That's stalker behavior. Keep your tone light to show you're simply just teasing him. No, I didn't. I said it like this. That's stalker behavior. That's a bold response coming from a trespasser. It gets a small laugh out of you. Guilty. Really though, thank you. Definitely not the type to cause property damage to someone's home, abandoned or not. Come in. This is another room I like spending a lot of time in. Oh, this room is so good. Wait, chat, I've actually, okay. This reminds me, I went to like a maid cafe once. This reminds me so much of that. It looks great. I love shit like this. It's aesthetically pleasing. It leads you into an adorable little tea room. You're immediately taken back by just how untouched the room is compared to some of the other areas of the mansion. My grandma used to have a tea room. It was awesome. There's not a single sign of weathering or damage from what you can see with your flashlight. Display cases around the cozy room hold ornate plates and teacups of all shapes and designs. Cyrus was right to keep this room blocked off. You can only imagine the field day some stupid little kids would have if they found all these breakable objects. The ghost in question watches you with a bright smile on his face as you walk around the room examining everything. Do you like it? I've always been fond of this room. My sister and I used to spend a lot of time here when we did our studies. I can see why. It's so cute. I love antique tea sets like these. They're all so pretty. I don't know how I feel about you calling my stuff antique. It makes me feel old, which, yes, I suppose I technically am old, but that doesn't mean I have to enjoy it being pointed out. Bro, how old are you? What are you, in your 50s? Your 60s? I don't even want to know. I don't even want to know. I'm 25. No, I asked. Do you mind me asking when you were born? Cyrus looks reluctant to answer for a moment before he finally sighs and replies, 1843. Bro? Hey, yo, Grandpa, what are you talking about? I knew this place was old, but I didn't think it was that old. Don't worry about it. I don't view you as old. Oh, damn, Foxy Grandpa alert. Chat, which option would you like me to pick, chat? I have a feeling I know which one, but I mean, I would pick it. I want to pick it already. Well, how many greats is that? Not too many. Not too many. I mean, if you think about it, your great-grandparent was probably born, like, was probably living during the the early 90s. Like, 1900, like the early 1900s, your great-grandparents. So, he's probably at least, he was born 1940 or 1843 or something. So, at least 3 greats, at least. But probably 4. Kitty's acting funny. Well, you could better fix that cat up. No one's answering, so I'm gonna go, damn! Foxy Grandpa alert. Cyrus gasps and narrows his eyes at you with a mixture of indignation and embarrassment. I'm only 19. I don't care how much time has gone by. Bro, you're not... I'm sorry to break this news to you, Cyrus, but you've been 19 for over 100 years. Or, yeah, over 100 years, bro. You are, I'm sorry. Yeah, Unless you've literally done nothing over the course of this 150 years, I'm gonna have to say you're a grandpa. In any case, I'm glad you like the room. Feel free to look around as much as you want. Thanks, Cyrus. No, Neko Femboy Uwu, he is not. He's a ghost. What? I can't believe you. I can't believe you have a room dedicated to just having tea. After a while longer of looking around the room and making small talk with Cyrus, the two of you leave the tea room and head back into the main foyer. Honestly, there isn't much else to show you downstairs that you haven't already seen. Just a kitchen, a study, and a guest bedroom that's seen better days. There are the gardens outside and a greenhouse I think you'd like, but those are better to look at during the day. So I guess you'll just have to come back again sometime for the entire tour. Ooh, so you want to spend even more time with me, huh? I'd love to. And you want to invite me back again? Chat. So tease or Riz? Tease or Riz? I'm not gonna lie, teasing is kind of up there for me, but or be nice. Last one? We'll go with last one. You're a little flirt, aren't you? Suppose it wouldn't be untrue to say I want to spend more time with you. Hey. Don't worry, chat. The teasing was Riz. But that's because it's been entirely too long since I've had someone to talk to like this. Cyrus seems to be trying to play it off, but there was a visible pink tint to his pale cheeks that says otherwise. Sure, that's the only reason. Love to come over again, though. Great. Chat, Pauses for a moment, his words trailing off as he seems to be trying to piece together what he wants to say. Thank you. You don't understand how much it means to me that you would come back to visit again. His words were soft, but full of genuine sincerity and warmth. I haven't had someone I could call a friend in I don't even know how many years. If you don't mind me calling you a friend, that is. I know we just met. Wait, friends? We can be friends. After all, gives me bragging rights. How many people can say they have a ghost as a friend? Nice. Actually, about that, would you maybe keep my existence a secret, please? Thought you wanted more people to visit the manor. Wouldn't that help? We got friend zoned. Chat, your decisions, chat, have led to you being friend zoned. Which means Clock has the ghost in the bag. Well, yes, but too much attention is a bad thing. The odd group of teenagers or urban explorers here and there are fine, but if lots of people found out, I'd be worried about my home being torn down or something. He fidgets with the lock around his neck, his eyes cast down to the carpet below. Plus, there was this one time a group of priests came in trying to exorcise me. What? What? The Vatican have sent us. Didn't work, obviously, but it was really annoying having them spout nonsense for 3 hours and throw holy water on everything. I definitely don't want a repeat of that. I get it. You want to keep the legend of Brierwood Manor being haunted as just that, a legend. Exactly, you get it. As lonely as it is, only having a few handful of people come here a year, it's better than the alternative. Well, hey, you have me now. I'll keep you company. He offers Cyrus a reassuring smile, trying to make light of the situation. And I swear I won't say a word to anyone. Thank you. You're a really good person, chat. I don't know about that. Chat's, Alright, enough depressing talk. Let's continue the tour upstairs, shall we? Chat, there's still a chance. There's still a chance for you to redeem yourselves, okay? I want to see a Walmart over his house. His ass cannot live without paying glorious taxes to America. Nice. Nice. Good idea, Geb. Exactly. He's out here living rent-free. Not in my America. Cyrus leads you up the staircase in the foyer again, and it's the hallway that goes in 3 different directions. Passes through a door again to unlock it before giving you a grin. You thought it was interesting having a room entirely dedicated to tea, right? Take a look in here. You enter the newly opened room and shine your flashlight around to examine it. Pool room! A game room? Or pool room, actually. You amend. It's a game room. You can see a table for cards over there and stuff, but Pool's badass. I want to buy his house and make him pay rent. Well, he can't get a job, And he can't pay you with money, Daniel, but I'm sure there's a couple of ways he can figure out how to pay you some rent. Hey, yo. You amend not noticing any other games in the room save for a large pool table. Billiards? But yes, my father was a huge fan and all, but demanded we have a room for it when the house was built. I like billiards, chat. I'm actually surprisingly good at billiards. I'm always surprising myself when I play it. Chuckles to himself, using a spectral fingertip to roll one of the balls around on the table. Have you ever played? I'm notoriously bad at it. Sometimes when I get really bored, I come in and practice, but it's way less fun without someone to play against. I've played a few times, but I'm garbage at it too. Since we're both bad, it might be fun to play together? Cyrus quickly moves to the other side of the room and grabs 2 pool sticks before handing one to you. I'm setting a rule that if the game takes too long, I'm calling a draw. Go ahead and laugh, but I've seriously spent well over 10 minutes trying to get a single ball into a pocket. Oh. Fair. I don't want to still be playing you well into the morning. I have to head home at some point. You reply, teasing him a little bit. A quick glance at your phone showed that it should be getting light out soon, so you'd be able to walk into town. I wouldn't subject you to that torture. Don't worry. 2 of you begin playing a game of pool, and you quickly find out that Cyrus wasn't exaggerating about his ability, or lack thereof, rather. It took him 5 tries to finally get one of his pool balls into the pocket, and by that point you had already sunk in half of yours. Oh god. It was promised fun. You said you were bad too. I was deceived. The ghost lets out a dramatic groan and drops his head onto the ledge of the pool table with a gentle thunk. Thunk. I am bad. You're just terrible. I'm actually a little impressed. It takes skill to miss that many times. No shame in it. We all have things we suck at. Do not pick this, chat. Do not pick this. This is too nice. You have to tease. You have to say, I'm actually a little impressed. It takes skill to miss that many times. I like that one. Be a little mean. Say no shame. Oh, no. That's too nice. I knew Geb would pick that. He's too nice. He's too much of a nice guy. Skill issue. Daniel has spoken. Cyrus groans again. Ugh. When he lifts his head, you see that he's basically pouting. Adorable. By all means, rub it in. Cyrus lets out a small sigh and stretches his arms over his head. Well, now that we've established just how bad I am at billiards, I hope you realize I'm going to practice every day now. It's going to turn into an unhealthy obsession until I can finally win against you. You're going to need more than a few days. You're going to need more than a few days at this rate. I mean, I was playing in the dark. What does that say for you? You can see in the dark, can't you? Cyrus gasps indignantly at your teasing and narrows his red eyes at you. I'm going to find something you're good at and destroy you at it. Good luck beating me at Super Bash Sisters, then. I don't think I don't think we needed to censor that, but oh man, Super Princess Peach. That's a good game. Cyrus goes to reply, but quickly closes his mouth and stares at you, confused. Oh yeah, he's grandpa. What's Super Bash Sisters? Oh, it's where you get your sister and beat them to death with each other. Oh my god. For a second, I completely forgot you were a ghost from the 1800s. It's a video game. A video game is... You trail off, trying to figure out the best way to explain the concept to him, before he abruptly cuts you off. Oh, I know what those are, I think. Now it's your turn to look confused. How? You can't leave the mansion. Bro doesn't know what a Game Boy is. No, but do you really think I haven't picked up anything from all the kids that have come to explore the place over the years? I even know what a cell phone is. He smirks at you, looking entirely too proud of himself. Still couldn't beat me at Super Bash Sisters. Try me. Do you have it on your phone? Oh no, there are video games for phones, but most are played on consoles or computers. Electronic devices. Quickly amend, as not to confuse him. But yeah, I have it on my Switch. I could bring it over and we could play sometime. Cyrus's eyes were practically glittering at the idea. I offer no apologies if I get addicted. Do you have any idea how boring it is to have nothing but the same old books, board games, and musical instruments for the past 100 years? Wait, that's kind of cool. That's kind of badass if you, like, learned every single musical instrument. I'm pretty sure I've read every book in the library well over a dozen times by this point. I'm surprised I'm still sane. Also, all of that just proves to me even more that you're a foxy grandpa, okay? Holy shit, that's rough. Honestly, I have an old cell phone I could give you, but you don't really have a way to charge it. Oh? Do you need to charge phones for them to continue working? I think that explains why the one I have broke. You have a phone? Cyrus's expression turns sheepish as he averts his eyes. Yeah, he has a phone. More like he stole a phone. I may or may not have spooked someone so bad they dropped it as they were running out the door. Kept it for them in case they ever came back, though. I think I played with it for almost an entire day straight before the screen went black and it stopped working. Yeah, the battery ran out. You charge them with electricity, and they start working again. Maybe I can find a cheap solar charger online or something. You mumble to yourself, trying to think of a solution to Cyrus's problem. In any case, I'll figure something out. I mean, that's exactly what you would do, actually. He could set it up himself, honestly. You offer him a reassuring smile before your attention is caught by the window. Oh, hey, the sun is starting to come up. Time flies by. Cyrus's gaze turns to the window as well, and for a moment, an unreadable expression passes over his pale features. He looks nervous, almost scared. However, he quickly puts on a smile as his eyes meet yours again. Time for you to head back home, then? This one? Yeah, but I'm still invited to come back tomorrow, right? And, are you gonna miss me? Don't worry, I'll come back tomorrow. What do you guys want? What do you guys want, chat? Come on, you want to date the ghost? You want to date the ghost boy? You gotta pick one of them, and I'm telling you which one you gotta pick. It's obvious, okay? Why even leave? Alright, ghost, we're not a ghost like you. Okay, Champazoid, you didn't have to tell me you're a bottom. 2, 2, 2, alright. Geb. Geb's the only other straight man here aside from myself. He's like, we're gonna pick the second option. Oh, are you gonna miss me? Don't worry, I'll come back tomorrow. Cap, you're right. There's probably another straight guy in here. At least one other one. At least in the closet. Yes. Wait, no, I mean... He coughs suddenly to compose... himself despite the bright blush on his cheeks. I'd love to have you back. You're welcome anytime, chat. I'd say I'd come back later today, but I think I'm gonna be way too exhausted after pulling an all-nighter like this. Not accounting for the trauma you gave me earlier. Please, if anyone has trauma, it's me from when you nearly killed yourself trying to jump out the library window. And whose fault is it that I tried to jump in the first place, Most people just cower in the corner and beg me not to kill them, okay? But now I know for future reference that I need to lock all the windows. Oh god. That's the most yandere thing I've ever heard. Absolute serial killer behavior right there. Wait, that's kind of hot. Hang on. No. Wait a second. Actually? Wait a minute. What? What was that, Super Panda BS? What? Wait a second. Wait, I know, chat, you want me to pick the bottom one, but... Excuse me, what was that about straight guys coming to me? What? What? Excuse me? Panda W? Concerning. Alright, well... I think chat has chosen 3. Why are there so many? You missed the start of the stream. I kind of perpetuated it. My bad, chat. My bad, YouTube. Wait, that's kind of hot. Hang on. Cyrus looks at you as if you'd grown a second head. How on earth is that hot? You know what? Never mind. I don't want you to explain. I feel like I've learned something about you that I wish I hadn't. Chat, he just called you a freak. He knows you're a freak. In any case, let's get you home. I'll walk you to the front gates. Now that sunlight was beginning to trickle in through the windows, you shut your flashlight off and tuck it into your backpack, mentally thanking it for being so reliable the entire night. Nice. That's so... Just looks nice. Really good art in this game, by the way. I don't know if this is stock images or if the artist actually made all of this, but it looks beautiful, by the way. You walk alongside Cyrus as he leads you out of the mansion and into the large rusted gates that mark the entrance to his property. He turns to you with a gentle smile on his face. Thank you for, well, everything tonight. Sorry I scared you so much in the beginning. No hard feelings? Oh, he's fading away. Don't worry about it. In retrospect, it was actually kind of fun, like a haunted house for Halloween. Haunted house? Actually, no, you can tell me about them another time. You need to get home and rest up. Thanks, Cyrus. I promise I'll be back before you know it. I've been here over a century. What's another day or so? Be careful walking back to town, okay? I'll be fine. Don't worry. See you later, then? See you later. Bye, chat. Oh, disappear. You smile and give him a little wave as you exit through the gates and begin your trek back into town. Cyrus giving you a wave in return as he watches you go. This feels like a Ghibli film. What the hell? Eventually, you made it to an area with cell service and were able to call a friend to come pick you up and take you home. You lied and told them you slept in your car all night. Sucked having to get your car towed to the mechanic, but mercifully, the issue with your car wasn't going to break the bank. It'd be fixed in a few days. Thankfully, you work from home, so needing immediate transportation wasn't an issue. Wait, that's actually so based for the ghost, so lucky that I work from home. Soon enough, you were back in the comfort of your own home. Feels like forever since you've seen it after such a long night. But looking back on it, you wouldn't change it for anything. How many people can say they have a ghost as a friend? You couldn't help but smile to yourself as you thought about getting to meet Cyrus again. But for now, you climb into your bed and pass out not long after. Chapter 1 complete. Survive the night. Wait, Chapter 1? Wait, this is still going? Wait a second. I thought that was going to be the end. Chat? Looks like we might be able to make this more than a friendship. The rest of the day, as well as the following morning, passed by in a flash. You got some work done on your laptop, as well as some household chores. Couldn't help but be eager to get them out of the way as soon as possible so you could rush over to Brierwood Manor again. To think you were trying to rush out of the place the other night in a fit of terror. With your chores out of the way, you grin to yourself as you pack a backpack full of supplies to bring over to the mansion. Dude, I love our room, by the way. Our room is base, dude. What the hell? It's amazing. Cool. Your Switch, as promised, an old phone, some snacks, a few books for Cyrus to read, and even a portable solar battery you found at the store. Nice. Big. It's AI? Oh, are you serious? It's AI? You know, I kind of see it now, yeah. I kind of see it. Yeah, I kind of see it, yeah. I wasn't really, like, paying attention because I'm reading, but you're right. Shit. Alright, shit. Well, I mean, sometimes, I'm not gonna lie, AI art can look good, but that's mostly because of how good the original art looked, so that sucks. A wave of giddiness washes over you as you pull your bike up to the front gates. It was a little weird seeing the mansion during the daytime, but now you could really appreciate all the details you missed out on your first night here. As you walk up to the front doors, you briefly wonder if you should knock or just head inside. A second later, however, the doors open up by themselves with a loud creak. If you didn't know any better, you'd be creeped out. But instead you grin and walk into the large foyer. I like the music a lot, but okay. Immediately, you spot a familiar translucent figure waiting for you at the base of the grand staircase. Yeah, it's starting to make more sense now that I'm, like, actually looking at it. It's actually, like, way better in the daytime, too. Bro was definitely waiting. Chat, welcome back. Hey, Cyrus. Hey, Cyrus. Is stream bugging out? Let me know. Let's save again. I'm saving for everything, but I don't think we'll go back for all of these. Sorry to keep you waiting. How'd you know I was here already? Have you been waiting for me? That's adorable. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say 3. I'm gonna say 3 because I think that's adorable. And we already know that he was waiting for us. Come on. Cyrus sputters, his pale face immediately flushing a deep shade of pink. You can't prove anything. Maybe not, but your reaction basically just confirmed it for me. And as for the artists themselves, I'm hoping that at least the MC, that Cyrus isn't AI art. But Cyrus looks good too. Obviously not as detailed as like the old Victorian style AI art. But they look good too, so don't worry. Yeah. Yeah, he's not. I know. Yeah. I hope not, but I'm pretty sure he's not. That's kind of why I thought the background art wasn't. It was kind of hard to tell when it was like dark. Now I'm like, oh yeah, that. Now that I'm like seeing it in the brighter colors, I'm like, yeah, okay, never mind. Maybe not, but your reaction basically just confirmed it for me. How cute! I bet you're glued to the window looking for me. Shut up. Just quiet. He huffs, crossing his arms and avoiding eye contact with you. Cyrus motions for you to walk with him as he leads you up the staircase. I figured we could relax in the library today. It's the coziest room in my opinion. Sure, love to get a better look at it without having to fear for my life. You're never going to let that go, are you? Nope. You reply cheerily, following him into the spacious room. I do like the what's it called? The UI box, the text box. It's good too. Also, all this music. This is the music from A Date with Death, right? Yeah, I'm like almost 100% sure this is the music from A Date with Death, which honestly fits perfectly because we're kind of dating a dead guy. Fire was already going in the fireplace when you entered, adding to the cozy atmosphere and raising the temperature a few degrees. This is definitely from A Date with Death, like 100%. I remember listening to it. It's one of my favorites. I had this on repeat. That was a bit too much info. Cyrus sits himself down on one of the plush couches near the fireplace, so you follow suit, setting your backpack on the cushion next to you. Get excited, because I brought some stuff I think you're gonna love. Cyrus watches you with eager eyes as you start unloading the contents of your backpack onto the coffee table in front of the couch. His face lights up when he sees the phone and the books, but he looks confused of the gaming console and the solar battery. First off, I figured you could use some new reading material. I grabbed a handful of favorites from my own collection. Slide the small stack of books towards him. Cyrus gingerly lifts one of the books up and looks it over. You didn't have to bring me anything. I know I didn't, silly. I wanted to, though. I'll be really careful with them, I promise. Thank you so much, chat. Don't get all emotional on me yet. I have more to share. Okay, what would we bring him, bro? Definitely the Witcher series. Definitely, what, like Percy Jackson? Childhood favorite? Okay, for sure, for sure. If he's from the 1800s, he probably doesn't have the Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit, so I'm probably passing those along too. Okay, damn. Scott Pilgrim. Oh, manga, dude. Manga? Okay, not even just, I know Scott Pilgrim's not a manga, but comic, graphic novel just immediately made me think of manga. Bro, do you think he would hate us if I just dropped the fucking Berserk series on him? If I just fucking plopped it on him and then said, yeah, it's not done yet, though, when he finally got to the last book? Yeah, it's never gonna get finished, bro. He'd be like, I want to kill my undead self. Don't do that. Give him One Piece, then he's gonna... Dude, he's gonna outlive the... I'm not gonna see the ending. He's gonna get to see the ending of One Piece before I do. Don't get all emotional on me yet. I have more to share. But I would bring One Piece, because One Piece is one of my faves. You grin at him and hand the phone to him. And if he doesn't like One Piece, with all that time to read One Piece... Nah, he's not a keeper. This is an old one of mine. I charged it up for you and loaded it with a ton of games. I wasn't sure what you'd like, so I just picked an assortment of different types. Let me know which ones you end up liking, okay? Cyrus looks down at the little device in his hands with an unreadable expression on his face. When his eyes meet yours again, he looks as if he might start crying. I don't... He clears his throat suddenly and pauses for a few moments before continuing. What is Scott... Oh, what is Pilgrim, Scott? Are you being serious? Like, what's Scott Pilgrim? Because Scott Pilgrim is this really good graphic novel series slash movie slash TV show. And if you're actually interested in it, I'd suggest watching the live action movie into reading it, because it's really, really good. And it's one of my favorite pieces of media. Thank you. I really don't know what to say. He laughs quietly, his hands coming up to rub his eyes. His voice is soft and full of emotion. This is the happiest I've been since before I died. Oh. Without thinking, you move closer to him on the couch and pull him into a hug. Oh, also, by the way, Geb, it's Canadian. So, get the fuck out of here with your America, okay? Scott Pilgrim is Canadian. Yeah, he's Canadian. Yeah, he is. Yeah, what the hell are you on about? It's set in Toronto. Yeah. Maple syrup land, where I come from. Scott Pilgrim, the ultimate line of Riz, too, by the way. If you're ever interested in learning how to pick up a girl or a guy, watch Scott Pilgrim and imitate what he does to pick up a chick. Because, it's pretty much what I did, too. And it works every single time. He stiffens up in your arms for a moment before quickly relaxing and wrapping his arms around you in return. His embrace was cool, but not uncomfortably so. A brief thought crosses your mind about how comfortable it would be to hug Cyrus on a hot summer day. Oh my god! Chat! Okay, never mind, I'm marrying him. Never mind, chat, I'm stealing him away from you, because you know what? That's based. Dude, you ever hot in the middle of summer? Just give this guy a hug. Ooh, chilly. Brief thought cross... Okay. You're going to make me start crying, chat. He lets out a soft chuckle, his voice slightly shaky. I won't judge if you do. Cyrus gives you a small squeeze before letting go of you and meeting your eyes again with a warm smile on his face. No, I'm alright now. Thank you. You don't need to thank me. I wasn't using that phone anyways. But you're welcome, Cyrus. Oh, and I solved your little charging problem with the phone too. There's no electricity here to charge it, but was able to find a little solar battery that you can plug the phone into. It uses sunlight to make energy to power the phone. He's mind blown right now. He's like, huh? Give him a short demonstration on how to plug the phone into the battery, as well as testing it using the sunlight streaming in through the window. It didn't charge fast, but it worked. So, even if it turns off on me, I can just recharge it as much as I want? He asks, looking down at the phone in his hands in awe. Yep. Do you need help figuring out how it works? No, it'll be better for me to spend time figuring it out myself. Can I get some hydrates in chat right now? Can you suck your water bottle for me right now, everybody? Please and thank you. YouTube, you too, you're not spared. Get some water, hydrate up. We've been playing for like an hour and a half now, okay? That works. Too bad it doesn't have a plan attached. Not that service isn't great out here anyways. It would be fun to be able to call and text. Cyrus tilted his head at you like a confused puppy. You held back from teasing him about how cute he looked for now. Instead, gave him a rundown on calling and texting, as well as what phone service was. You have to pay monthly to use a device you already bought? Wow, not use it. He looks less than impressed. Come on, man. You guys were paying butlers to make food for you, okay? I don't want to hear it, okay? You couldn't cook your own food? There are areas where service just won't work? Not in Canada, baby. Actually, that's not true. There's areas where service doesn't work everywhere. But Canada's pretty good. We're like a giant country, and like for the most part, as long as you're between cities, like, you're pretty good. Now, once you start leaving the cities, that's where it starts getting bad. That's when you need a satellite phone. I mean, it sounds a little stupid when you say it out loud like that. Even still, thank you so much, chat. This is the nicest thing anyone's ever done for me. Come on, it isn't that big of a deal. I'm just glad I was able to put such a cute smile on your face. My smile isn't... He trails off, his eyes averting from yours like you noticed they usually did when he was flustered. Anyways, what else did you bring? He asks, pointing to your portable game console on the table. You could be nice and let him change the subject, but teasing him more was too appealing. I really want to say this. Oh no. I wasn't done complimenting you yet. I like that one, but chat, which do you like? 1, 2, or 3? Who said you could get off the hook that easily? And, trying to change the subject. Too bad. Geb with the number 3? Geb with the number 3? That's surprising. Maybe there is only one straight guy in the chat, and it's me. 1, 1, 1, 3, and a 2. Okay, I'm seeing a few 1s, so I'll pick 1, okay? That's just cruel. His voice goes to a slightly higher pitch, almost whining at you. You shrug in response, flashing him a grin. If I'm cruel for complimenting you, then so be it. I think you secretly like the attention and you're just too shy to admit it. Attention is one thing, what you're doing is something else entirely. Oh, and what is it that you think I'm doing? I regret opening my mouth. No, by all means. We're all friends here. You can tell me. Cyrus looks at the door for a second, as if he was debating whether or not to escape from this conversation. No, dude. Flirting. He finally mumbles under his breath, his red eyes trained firmly on the floor. I'm sorry? I couldn't hear you. What was that? You lean a bit closer to him on the couch, your voice turning even more teasing. Ugh, you're so mean. Flirting. Now please, mercifully drop the topic and tell me about what that other device you brought is. Decide to give him a break and lean back to your original position before grabbing your gaming console. This is what I told you about the other day. It's for playing video games. I brought an extra controller so we could play together if you'd like. Still have to kick your ass at Super Bash Sisters after all. Well, we're gonna kick his ass. Chad, who do you main in Super Bash Sisters? Who do you main? I'm a Little Mac main. Cyrus looks a bit confused as you hand him the controller. Sorry, a little back. But he picks up how to use it surprisingly quickly after a brief tutorial. I think I've got it. Don't expect me to remember all the combos you just tried explaining, but I think I can manage moving and attacking at least. Gee Willikers. What? Kirby! Nice. Good choice. What a surprise. You'll do fine. I won't go too hard on you. This is literally your first time playing a video game. Cyrus sticks his tongue out at you, but you can tell he's enjoying himself. Don't patronize me. You roll your eyes playfully before clicking start in the game and entering a match with him. As expected, he doesn't last long, though he did do better than you were expecting. With enough practice, he would probably be a pretty good player. Not bad, Cy. If you keep practicing, you'll end up as a good rival for me. When he doesn't immediately reply, you look over at him and see that he's staring at you with an unreadable expression on his face. Is something wrong? Your words seem to snap him out of it. No, not at all. Just, you gave me a nickname just now. I've never had one. Not even my parents or sister called me anything other than my name. I mean, your name is pretty short. It honestly didn't need, like, a nickname. Like, I actually think his name is really nice. Except for the fact that every time I say it, I think of Billy Ray Cyrus. That's a bit of a problem. Or is it? I like the way it sounds. The smile on his face was so soft and sweet that it made it almost impossible not to smile back. I'm glad. For a second, I was a little worried I messed up. I'll have to come up with a nickname for you at some point once I think of a good one. For some reason, the only one coming to mind right now is Menace. Yeah, that tracks fair. You think, chat, you think I was gonna pick this? You think I was gonna call you an angel, chat? 1. Even chat agrees that chat is a goddamn... Yep, that tracks, fair. Well, at least you're honest about your nature. Well, it turns out that I happen to be rather fond of menaces. He's just like me, for real, for real. He rests his chin on his hand and flashes you a teasing grin of his own. Lucky you. Now it was your turn to feel a bit flustered. All that aside, want to play a few more rounds? You hold up your controller and turn the gaming console back on. Cyrus nods eagerly in response and quickly picks his own controller back up. By the time the two of you were done playing, you had not only put well over an hour into Super Bash Sisters, but tackled several other games you had brought along as well. Mario Kart? Kirby Dream Buffet? Have any of you guys played that one? It's not very popular, but it's super fun. Okay, Kirby Dream Buffet? I like it a lot. It's really fun. It's a game where you just have Kirby, and he just rolls eating fucking food, and he just gets fatter and fatter, and it's just amazing. And you win when you're the fattest Kirby there. It's great. Cyrus had moved to lay back on the couch with his legs dangling over the arm, while he stared up at the ceiling of the library. You were sitting next to him, reclined back comfortably with your feet propped up on the coffee table. What are you guys saying, dude? Well, what's the verdict? Addicted? Not even a question. This is going to be a legitimate problem. I could easily keep playing for hours, days even. Might have to steal your console when you're not looking. Be my guest. You just screw yourself over when it dies without a charging cable. Cyrus laughs, gently nudging your arm. Touché. I was kidding anyway. I wouldn't take it without permission. We can look into getting you your own if you want. I'd be happy to share games. When's your birthday? Christmas is coming up too. Dude, I can't believe how committed we are to the Ghost Boy. Chat, you're kind of simping really hard. But turning him into a gamer is really important too. Also, chat, give me a stretch. Dude, stretch it out. You'll stand up if you can. Make sure you're not going to run over any cats. You know, chat? For such a simp, you're alright. Cyrus went silent in response, his red eyes wide in surprise. You don't need to go that far. You've already done so much for me. If anything, I can give you money to get one for me. You have money? Well, my parents took a lot when they moved out, but I do still have my savings still. Excuse me? Your parents moved out and left you a mansion? And my father forgot to clear out one of our safes before they left. Excuse me? He shrugs as if it wasn't a big deal. I put it all together and counted it up once. I think it's a little over 15,000. Your jaw drops. Your dad just casually left that much money. Cyrus chuckles bitterly. They were in a hurry to leave after, well, you know. Oh. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to bring up painful memories. No way, dude. They saw him as a ghost? I don't know if you can call that moving out, but maybe that makes him feel better. Oh my god, dude. Those are the two people who are not supposed to run away. Hey, chat. It's alright. He sighs, his gaze moving to the ceiling again. You think after this long I'd be over it. You hesitate for a moment, unsure whether to continue or change the topic. Do you want to talk about it? Cyrus was quiet for a moment as he seemingly thought it over. If you don't mind listening, I've never talked about this with anyone. He sits up on the couch, once again at eye level with you. Only if you're comfortable. I think it'll be good to say all this out loud to someone. Cyrus takes a deep breath in, seemingly collecting his thoughts and preparing himself for what he was about to say. I died in 1862. One of the maids ended up catching scarlet fever, and it quickly spread through the entire manor. Half of our staff was out sick, but thankfully everyone was okay. Until it got to me. He clenches his hands together in his lap with a bitter smile on his face. I didn't even last 2 nights. My parents called in every doctor in the town to try and save me, but I was 19. I should have been old enough to fight it off. It was only supposed to be fatal to children. Damn. Takes a shaky breath and brings his sweater sleeves up to rub his eyes. I'm fine, I promise. Cyrus, you don't have to talk anymore about this. I can't even begin to imagine how painful it is. Damn, bro died to a baby disease. That's rough. You move closer to him on the couch and reach out to rest your arm in his arm. Rest your hand on his arm. This is one of those moments, you know that TikTok meme where it's like the guy, it's like being held and the skeleton's like in his ear, and it's like, you know, like be nice, be comforting, tell him how horrible that is. Tell him you're empathetic to his cause. The skeleton on his shoulder. Tease him for dying to a baby disease. He'll like it. That's me right now. Move closer to him on the couch and reach out to rest your hand on his arm. It is painful, but it also feels cathartic to talk about it with someone. I want to keep going if you don't mind listening a little longer. Not at all. I'm just worried about you. Cyrus gives you a faint smile and gently pats your hand that's resting on his arm. Thank you, chat. I'm okay. Takes another breath, seemingly a little more calm now, and begins speaking again. Not long after I passed, my family moved out of the manor. I don't know if it was because they didn't want to stay in the house their son died in or what, but they were gone within a month. Jesus! As you can see, they left pretty much all of our furniture here. My bedroom in particular was completely untouched. They didn't take anything. Though, my sister did put together a keepsake chest up in the attic filled with a lot of my favorite things. I'm not sure why she didn't take it with her. I tried so hard to communicate with them, tell them I was still there. I didn't learn how to make myself visible to living people or move objects until long after they had already left. Cyrus pauses for another moment as he collects himself, and he can make out unshed tears glistening in his eyes. I was bitter and resentful about it for a long time. I mean, here I am, stuck, helpless to do anything as I'm forced to watch my family grieve my death and leave me all alone. He lets out a shaky sigh and rubs his eyes again before continuing. I used to take it out on potential buyers for the manor after my family sold it. I never hurt anyone, but I made sure I scared them so badly that they would never come back. I couldn't handle seeing my family move on without me, and new people move into my home. I just... He exhales slowly and goes quiet for a while. A moment later, his eyes finds you again. 1 second, chat. Sorry, I'm back. Sorry. He exhales slowly and goes quiet for a while. A moment later, his eyes find yours again. Anyways, that's the gist of it. Thank you for listening, chat. Suddenly it all made sense why Brierwood Manor was never bought and had just been left to fall into disrepair in the woods. Wait a second. Clock must have got something in his eye. Yeah, sorry, chat. I was crying. I was actually just like punching the wall in anger over his parents leaving him. You sit in silence for a moment as you try to come up with the right words to say to him. Instead, you lean closer to him on the couch and wrap him in a gentle hug. Cyrus returns the gesture almost immediately, his chilly hands gripping onto the fabric of your shirt. I'm so sorry, sigh. I don't even know what to say. Cyrus chuckles softly, his tone sounding a little lighter than it was a few moments ago. You don't have to say anything. I appreciate you being my therapist for a bit. It means a lot. Gives you one last squeeze before letting go of you. It was nice getting to talk about all that. Painful, but nice. So now you know my tragic backstory. I wish there was more I could do to help. Oh, I wish there was more I could do to help besides just listen. Is there anything else you want to talk about? Not right now. I feel like I've dumped enough trauma on you for one day. Yeah, you can join the Minecraft server. The homie server. Don't worry, bro. I got you. Millions of hours. Don't worry. Besides, you being my friend is already more than enough. He smiles and lightly nudges your shoulder with his own. Looks like he's in a significantly better mood now, thankfully. Still, you wanted to make sure he was fully cheered up. oh, chat. I think this is your option, chat. Dump something else. What the fuck? No. Hey, yo, dude. Hey, yo, what? Hey, excuse me? Excuse me? Close the game. I'm not closing the game. Stop being horny. Hey, man. Hey, don't worry. Just friends. I can aim higher than that. I am an overachiever after all. Chat, please. I just told you all of that and your first instinct is to flirt with me? Yes, sir. Despite his flustered whine, it's obvious he's trying to hold back a smile. Hey, it ain't flirting. I'm trying to get with you. Stop being so cute and I'll stop flirting. It's as simple as that. Shrug innocently before grinning at him. Happy to see you cheered him up a bit. Yes. Menace. Cyrus casts a quick glance out of the window of the library before turning back to you with a bittersweet smile. The sun is going to be setting soon. Let's get you packed up. Kicking me out, huh? I'm hurt, sigh. Chuckles and rolls his eyes at your dramatics. Oh yes, I'm so mean for kicking you out, so you have to have time to get home and don't have to ride your bike in the dark. I'm sure you remember what happened last time you were in the woods at night, Uncalled for. This is harassment. I don't seem to recall you complaining about the outcome. I've gotten braver since then. Well, I mean, I've already been super brave the entire time. So chat, I think it's really just an option between 1 and 2. Chat needs to go to horny jail. True. Every day. But chat, what do you want? Do you want uncalled for? Geb, 3. I'm gonna pick 3 if it's only Geb. Okay, we got a 2. We got 2 2s. We got a 1. I don't think we can go for 1, chat. I think we have to pick 2. We've chosen the teasing route. I could say the same for you. You seem awfully eager to come back and see me again, chat. Now then, come on, grab your stuff. Begins helping you grab your belongings and stuff them into your backpack before walking with you back down to the foyer. Is it all right if I come back again tomorrow? Cyrus smiles brightly in response and reaches out to ruffle your hair. You don't even need to ask. I did say you were welcome here anytime, didn't I? Well, yeah, but it's still polite to ask. It really does surprise me how you can go from such a tease to such a sweetheart. It's a gift. Cyrus chuckles and rolls his eyes again. Of course. But yes, you're welcome to come back tomorrow. You could even spend the night if you felt like it. It's a bedroom I kept locked that's in really good condition. I can show you tomorrow if you'd like. His expression turns gentle and sweet as he regards you. Oh my god, we can have a sleepover? I'll bring my laptop for movies and popcorn. Cyrus looked like he wanted to question you for a moment, but thought better of it. I'm looking forward to it. I'll see you tomorrow then? Yeah, I have work in the afternoon that I need to get done, so I'll probably stop by a little later in the day. I'll have candles and fireplaces going then. You don't need to rely on your flashlight this time. Alright, we can talk more tomorrow. Get home safe, chat. Yo, LAN party? Sleepover? Sex with the Gives you a gentle nudge towards the door and waves. Thanks. Night, Cy. See you tomorrow. Yeah, he's gonna fall asleep first, and I got the permanent marker. I bet that's gonna work on him. You grin and wave back before heading out the front doors and back to where you left your bike resting against the gates. Yeah, that chair's a little fucked up, ain't it? I mean, I noticed the chair was a little messed up at the top, but I just thought it was aesthetic, and then I realized, yeah, never mind. He's right. It's AI. Thankfully, you made it home before the sun had completely set. Later, after some dinner and a shower, you were ready for bed. As you were trying to fall asleep, you couldn't help but be excited for tomorrow night. You were seriously going to have a sleepover with a ghost in a haunted mansion. The thought of getting to spend the night with Cyrus made you feel light and fluttery in your chest, too. You felt a lot closer to him after spending the entire day together and learning so much about him. Pushing those thoughts aside for now, you snuggle further into your pillow and will yourself to sleep. Chapter 2 complete. Cyrus, the friendly ghost. Too bad he's no Casper. Later, the following day, you stretch your arms above your head and recline back in your chair. All done with work for the day, which means now it's time to pack for your sleepover at Brierwood Manor. Nice music. Packed a small duffel bag with everything you could possibly think of. Your laptop and phone, bringing along several extra power banks was obvious if you wanted your devices to last the whole night. Excuse me, several power banks? What do you mean? But you also remembered your hairbrush, toothbrush, and toothpaste. Cyrus said the bedroom he had was in good condition, so you held off on bringing your pillow, but you did bring a small throw blanket just in case. Why did it censor the word homo? No homo, bros. Get over here. Mwah. Then it was time to pack food. Make sure to grab several bottles of water and even a few cans of soda in case Cyrus wanted to try. Okay, I know he can touch things, but there's no way he can taste soda, right? There's no shot. Wait, can he even eat or drink anything? You'd have to ask him. It's not like you get an accurate answer trying to look it up online. Worst comes to worst, you'd either drink them yourself or bring them back with you. Yeah, just bring them back. You also thought to pop the popcorn ahead of time. It's not like Cyrus had a microwave, or electricity for that matter. So after tucking a large bag full of fresh popcorn into your duffel bag along with everything else, you were ready to head out. The mechanic had finished up quickly on your car, so you didn't even have to ride your bike back to Brierwood Manor while awkwardly lugging your bag. Nice. Hi, cat. Meow. Meow. Not even 20 minutes later, you were knocking on the front doors of the mansion with an eager smile on your face. Please. However, unlike last time, Nice. Date with death music. Unlike last time, there was no cute ghost boy waiting to greet you. Though as promised, Cyrus did have the candles lit for you. Smile on your face turns into... Okay, cat. Please, please. He's rubbing his face on the mic. Oh, okay. You're in my way. You're in your face. Get out of my face! The smile on your face turns into one of confusion as you begin to look around the room for him. Cyrus, I'm here. I need you down, cat, please. You try calling out to him, your voice echoing slightly in the large empty room. Weird. Maybe he was busy doing something. Okay, you can stay up here, but you need to not be in the way of the monitor, cat. I'm sorry, everybody. Immersion broken. Cat on the desk. You half expected him to rush down and greet you like an overeager puppy when you got here. As you're debating whether or not to go look for Cyrus, you feel the temperature in the room sharply drop, causing you to shiver. Before you even have any time to react, you feel a pair of chilly hands squeeze your sides from behind. Boo! You swear your heart skips a beat, and not just entirely from surprise. The close proximity of his voice to your ear caused an obvious flush. Please, please, cat, please, okay. Caused an obvious flush to spread across your face. That was so uncalled for. You little brat. Hope you realize my revenge won't be merciful. Can you meow for chat? Udon? You little brat? No, I want to say this. I want to say number 3. Chat, what do you vote for? 3? I'm seeing some 3s. No, please. Please, cat, please. Please, I'll gladly take whatever form of revenge you come up with in exchange for a reaction like the one you just gave me. I mean, did you really think you were entirely safe from me scaring you? I'm still a ghost. I have a quota to fill. And you make such a perfect victim. Strolling in here all cheery and smiling like that without a care in the world. Besides, you reacting so cute like that just makes me want to do it all the more. Hey. No scratching of the monitors. Down. Stay here, then. Besides... Okay, I went. Since when did you turn into a sadist? Pot, meat kettle. It's not my fault you can't take out which dish. You need to take control of this situation. Immediately. The smug, self-satisfied look on Cyrus's face wasn't doing anything to help your current flustered state. So you think I'm cute, huh? You must like me an awful lot if you're so desperate. Stop! You're pressing buttons, cat! Cat, you're... Get your fat ass off me. Chat. Sorry. Chat! H. Okay. Can I go back? Okay, what did he say? You need to take control of this situation immediately. The smug, self-satisfied look on Cyrus's face wasn't doing anything to help your current flustered state. Okay. So you think I'm cute, huh? You must like me an awful lot if you're so desperate to get my attention. Unfortunately for you, your attempts at teasing back don't seem to faze Cyrus in the slightest. Of course I like you a lot. You're the only person I have to talk to. Wow, I'm out of convenience, huh? His smug grin gets bigger. What's your excuse? A noise akin to a verbal keyboard smash leaves your mouth, and you feel your face heat up even more. I brought stuff for a movie night, you quickly exclaim, desperate to change the topic to literally anything else. Cyrus rolls his eyes at your outburst, smiling. Hey, stop. Cat, no. Okay, you're going down. No more desk for you. That's not going to keep him away for long. Suppose I'll be the bigger person and allow you to that pitiful attempt at changing the topic. Come on, I want to show you the room you'll be staying in tonight. His voice softens considerably as he mentions the room, and he gestures for you to follow him up to the second floor. An exception has occurred... Bruh. Okay, I don't think... we had been saving pretty often, but... My cat is relentless. Like I literally picked him up gently, put him on the ground, and he just jumped right back up immediately. That's my cat. Okay, it's been a little bit. Just friends, because I can aim higher than that. Okay, and then we're gonna skip. Please. Skip. Skip. Bro, it won't skip unskip dialogue, dude. Okay, we'll be right back. Hey, good night, guys. Whoever's leaving the chat, don't worry. This is going to go up on YouTube, so you can watch the rest there. Uncalled for, this is harassment. I don't seem... Okay, that one is what we picked. YouTube, we'll be right back. It literally does nothing to skip. God damn it. Okay. Doubling up? Doubling up? Okay, my revenge won't be merciful. Smell good. Okay, we're almost back. We're almost back. Suppose I'll be the bigger person and allow you that pitiful attempt at changing the topic. Come on, I want to show you the room you'll be staying in tonight. His voice softens considerably as he mentions the room, and he gestures for you to follow him up to the second floor. Okay, and we're gonna save. Big. No way, dude. No way. We might not be able to finish the game tonight, chat. We might not be able to finish the game tonight, chat. Oh no. Oh no, dude. Oh no, dude. No. Dude. Oh no. Doorway peak is not defined. Now you save or choose a different choice. Ignore. Ignores the exception allowing you to continue. Often leads to let's ignore. Let's just see what happens. It's not my fault, dude. This is a bug. Games get bugs. We're gonna skip. Okay, we're gonna do a save. Hopefully that's not a problem, okay? Hopefully that's not gonna be a problem. The lock on this door has been broken since before I left. He explains, gesturing to the large dresser that was previously blocking the door. We're gonna ignore it, and if we get more bugs, I'm sorry, chat. YouTube, I think I'm the first person that's a YouTuber to play this, so bear with me, okay? So, I had to use an alternative method to keep people out. He smiles as he sweeps his arm towards the room as if showing it off proudly. This is my sister Lottie's room. Wait, what? Well, it was at one point. I know she's gone now, but this will always be her room to me. You give him a sympathetic look, ready to offer comfort if he needs it. I like that table that turns into a bed. That's pretty sick. Are you sure you don't mind me staying in here? I don't mind using a couch to sleep on. Cyrus quickly waves off your hesitance and offers a faint smile. Not at all. I wouldn't have offered if I'd minded. I trust you, chat. Don't trust my chat. You feel your heart flutter at his words and return his smile. Thank you. Thank you, Cy. I'll be extra careful. Promise. What was your sister like, if you don't mind me asking? I'd be happy to talk to you about her. We were close growing up. Here, get comfy. Moves over to the large canopy bed and plops down on top of the comforter, gesturing for you to do the same. You know that... damn, you know, I would join you on the bed, but unfortunately, the wooden, table that transforms into the bed is a little uncomfortable. Sorry, I just can't help making fun of it. It's clean, I promise. Just a little dusty. Follow suit and sit down on the bed as well. Pleasantly surprised at how soft the mattress feels under your weight. Anyways, Lottie. Well, Charlotte was her full name. Lottie or Lottie? He reached over to the nightstand next to the bed and handed you a small hand-painted portrait in an ornate frame. Oh, wow. I have photos of her, but seeing her in color is more special, even if it's a painting. Carefully take the painting from him and admire it with a gentle gaze. She's beautiful. I can definitely see the resemblance. Hand it back to Cyrus and he returns it to its full place on the nightstand. She was 5 years older than I was. She was the best big sister I could ever have asked for. She always played with me when we were kids and put up with my stupid childish requests, despite being far more mature than I was at the time. He smiles at the fond memories, his body relaxing back onto the pillows at the headboard. My parents weren't home often when I was growing up. My father was a banker and went out of town a lot for business trips. My mother was a music teacher, so a lot of her time was spent at her students' houses. So it was really just Lottie and me more often than not. The servants tolerated us, of course, but they had no interest in playing along with kids. My parents weren't bad or anything, they just didn't often have time for us. can't even imagine what it would be like growing up in such a massive house without anyone to keep you company. I'm glad you had Lottie growing up. I know a lot of siblings that don't have such good relationships with each other. I know, I was the lucky kid in retrospect. You were also a rich kid, so that's nice. Lottie was caring and kind, but also had the nastiest temper I'd ever seen. He suddenly chuckles, pretending to shiver at the memory. Hell hath no fury like my sister scorned. One time, she went after one of her suitors with a fireplace poker because she found out he was cheating on her. I've never seen a man so terrified. As he should and as she should, okay? You find out your suitor's been cheating on you, he's getting the fire poker peg, okay? Totally justified. I aspire to be like your sister. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. You fuck around to find out. Okay, fuck around and find out, or, what I said. Totally justified. We might be getting a bot. We might be getting botted right now. we might be getting botted right now. So I'm gonna turn off. We're gonna turn that off for right now. I'm gonna turn that on. I'm getting botted right now by followers. Alright, sure. Okay. Not cool. I don't need bots. So. Yeah, I just got like at least like 50 followers and they're all bots. They're all bots. Wow, okay. I hope that doesn't have notifications. If someone did follow that wasn't a bot, thanks a lot. I'm gonna go with 2. Wait, 1? 2. We're gonna go with 2. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Cyrus laughs and nods in agreement. I never said she wasn't justified. Yeah, she was justified. I like your sister a lot. Wish I could have met her. She would have adored you. Cyrus's expression turns bittersweet as he lets out a small sigh. Are you sure? Like, you know, was she okay with dudes? Like, dating her brother? Like, that might have been... It's 1840s. I feel like that's not okay. But maybe they were a pretty progressive family. I wish that I could have seen her at least one more time. Scoot a bit closer to him on the bed, your shoulder touching his. Sigh. I hate that I can't leave the Manor's grounds. I would have followed my family and things wouldn't have ended up like this. I'd still be dead, but at least I could still be with them and interact with them. He suddenly turns and wraps his arms around you, squeezing you tight against his body. I miss them so much, Chad. I'd give anything to be able to talk with them one more time. Cyrus mumbles quietly, his voice shaky and full of emotion. You feel your shoulder grow slightly damp and realize he's crying. I'm sorry, Cyrus. You hug him a little closer and rub comforting circles on his back, not really knowing what else to say. There was no possible way for you to fix this situation for him. All you could do was provide comfort that he would most likely never had since becoming a ghost. After taking another minute or so, Cyrus finally loosens his hold on you and pulls back. He takes a few shaky breaths and brings his sleeves up to wipe his eyes. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to break down on you like that. Please don't apologize. I don't mind at all. I'm gonna go with the nice one. I don't want Chad to pick the second one, dude. Because you know what? I don't apologize, yeah. And I don't want to apologize either because, you know what? He wanted to vent. Still, it's a little embarrassing. Though, I guess it was bound to happen eventually. Takes another breath and begins idly playing with his locket. Thank you for listening to me. I bet when he tries the Coca-Cola, he'll say, you can't even taste the cocaine! No way. And letting me have my little emotional breakdown on you. He grimaces sheepishly, looking embarrassed and awkward now that he's more composed. I'm glad I was able to be here for you. Don't feel bad. Give him a warm smile before your expression turns contemplative. There was one thing still bothering you. Was it really possible for Cyrus to leave the mansion grounds? You wanted nothing more than to help him out. Sure, he would still be a ghost, but you couldn't change that. But at least he'd be free to explore the outside world and not be trapped. Sigh, you said on my first night here that you don't know why you're stuck here at the mansion, right? I've tried everything I could think of to leave. It's like I run into an invisible barrier on the property line. Nothing that you can think of is keeping you here, right? No lasting regrets tied to the mansion? Other than wanting to see my family again? No. He frowns, pulling his knees up to his chest and resting his chin on them. You sigh, frustrated with the situation. It was so unfair. Well, I don't want you to get your hopes up, but I'll read as many articles online as I can about ghosts. Hit up the library and see if I can scrounge any books up for good measure. Maybe I'll find some way to help you. Cyrus looks hopeful for a moment before his frown returns. Unless it's as simple as ghosts are automatically tied to where they died. That's why I said don't get your hopes up, dummy. You reach out to ruffle his hair in an affectionate manner. If it does come to that, I'll still visit you as often as I can to keep you company. You're not going to be alone again. Until you die, he mutters under his breath, now pouting with his eyes trained on the wall. Bad, Cyrus. Don't think like that. What if I live forever, Cyrus? What about that? Joke's on... don't be so negative. That's not for a good long while still, and my favorite. Joke's on you. When I die, I'm coming to haunt you. Chat, which would you prefer? Because I'm thinking 3. Buy the house. He could just hand me the money himself to let me buy the house. 1 or 3. I'm thinking bad. Don't think like that, but I like this better. I'm gonna pick 3. Your ass is gonna be stuck with me forever. You'll never know peace. Only me teasing you and messing with you for the rest of our afterlives. Cyrus's face goes bright pink at your words. You're not serious. Bet. Bet. With my whole life on stake. That makes it sound like a marriage proposal or something. Want me to get on my knee? Oh, so that's where your mind went. Interesting. Sigh. You say, your tone casual, but carrying an undeniable hint of teasing. Do you... Don't. Perhaps? Chat, please. Have a... Chat! He outright whines. Little crush on me by any chance? Cyrus looks as if he wants to crawl under a rock from how flustered he looks. Rather than respond, you see his form turn even more translucent than it already was, and he quickly phases down into the bed and out of sight. That's so cute. What the hell? Naturally, you burst out laughing. Cyrus, come back. You don't need to be so shy. Shut up. He calls back, his voice coming out, muffled, and you realize he must be in the room below you on the first floor. Please, I promise I won't tease you. Just when you think you'll have to walk downstairs to drag him back yourself, Cyrus floats back up through the bed and returns to his original spot beside you. It takes him a long few moments before he seemingly works up the nerve to speak to you again. It's just, you're the first person I've spent this much time with in decades, really. You're fun to be around. You've been so nice to me. You're cute. It'd be impossible for me to not get attached to you. His heartfelt words cause the playful grin on your face to melt into a soft smile. You realize that while teasing and jokingly flirting with him these past few days has been fun, you've begun to develop more sincere feelings towards him as well. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little attached to you too, you know. His head lifts so that his eyes can meet yours, a surprised expression on his pale features. Really? Like as in romantically? I thought you were just having fun messing with me this whole time. Well, I definitely was at first. I have always thought you were cute though. I know it's only been 3 days since we met, but we spent a ton of time together over the course of them. This is the most fun I've had talking with another person. So, if you want to see where things go, I'm fully on board. I'd really like that. He mumbles quietly and shifts a bit closer to you on the bed. You can feel the slight chill emanating from his body. So, Sai, are you excited to watch your first movie? Cyrus looks confused for a moment as you have just snapped him out of a daydream. That's part of your little sleepover thing you mentioned, right? I've heard people who came to the manor talk about movies before, but I have no idea what they are. It'll be easier just to show you. What genre would you like to see? Kind of like book genres, actually. Mystery? I'm not picky. It's rare for me to find a book I don't enjoy. I'll pick out a good thriller mystery movie then. You'll love it. Dig your laptop out of your duffel bag, as well as the snacks and drinks you brought along. So, I meant to ask, but can you eat anything as a ghost? I don't need to eat, but I can eat. When I tried for the first time after dying, I kind of just expected the food to phase right out of me, but I was actually able to eat it. Oh, alright. Obviously, I get nothing from it other than the taste, and since none of my internal systems or organs work now that I'm a ghost, I really don't know what happens to the food. Ew. Maybe it just poofs away? Maybe it just poofs away? That is the wildest thing I've ever heard. I agree. I don't need to sleep either, but I'm still able to fall asleep if I want to. I sleep a lot to pass the time, actually. Huh, interesting. Me if I was a ghost. Well, good thing I brought plenty of extra snacks for you then. I know you've never had soda, at least. I've had it. It had cocaine in it. Just like Geb said. Cyrus looks at the food you've spread out on the comforter and hesitantly picks up a candy bar. Is this chocolate? Yep. Do you like sweets? I love them. I don't even remember what chocolate tastes like anymore. He looks to you as if silently asking permission. It's gonna be like the sweetest fucking thing he's ever eaten because he probably only ever had like dark chocolate. You nod and give him a reassuring grin in return, gesturing for him to indulge. Cyrus makes short work of the wrapper and breaks off a piece of the chocolate bar before eating it. Immediately, you can see his eyes light up, and he quickly breaks off another piece before himself. In record time, the entire bar is gone, and Cyrus has an almost dreamy look on his face. I'll give you money. I just humbly request that you occasionally bring me chocolate when you visit. You laugh loudly at that and pass him another candy bar. Anything you want. Try some of the other snacks too, okay? Just save some for me. I'll get the movie set up. Cyrus grins back sheepishly and nods, but he's already tearing into the second candy bar. A few minutes later, you have your laptop set up on the bed and a movie pulled up on the screen ready to play. Cyrus asked a few questions about the laptop itself, as well as the internet while you worked. It was a bit hard to explain the concept to him, but you think he understood for the most part. He was a fast learner, you were quickly finding out. From the moment you hit play, Cyrus was completely enthralled by the movie. You don't think you'd be able to tear him away from the screen if you tried. About halfway through, however, it seems the initial awe wore off, and he seems a little more relaxed, even making a few comments and jokes with you as the movie played. After the movie was done, the two of you had successfully demolished the entire bag of popcorn, and Cyrus had single-handedly eaten every last piece of chocolate you brought with you. Damn, bro, not a single piece, bro. Why didn't we mix it into the popcorn? Dude, nah. Can I get a stretch? Torque went out for me, chat. Shake that ass. Shake those balls out, chat. And when you're done, make sure you're sitting up straight with some good posture, because I certainly wasn't. Thanks, Daniel. You shake that ass and shake your balls out for me, okay? And then sit up straight. No more goblin gaming. Okay, stand. No problem. Not that you minded, of course. You were happy he was enjoying himself so much. You want to watch another movie? I think a horror involving a haunted house would be pretty ironic. You'd willingly show me something that could give me new ideas to scare you? How brave. The ghosts in horror movies tend to be more murdery. Keep it up and I'll bust out the holy water and salt, buddy. Aren't I off limits to scares with you yet? Which one do you want, chat? Get bent. Wait, what? 2? Please, 2. It's because he said buddy. Ghosts in horror movies? Nah, this one's not good. This one and this one. 6. I hate you. Number 2. Cyrus laughs and flashes you a smug look. I mentioned the priests, right? That doesn't work on me. But by all means, try. In any case, I think a horror movie will be fun. What better setting than a literal haunted house? You look over at him with a smug expression on your face, reaching up to teasingly poke his cheek with your fingertip. You don't get scared easily, do you, Cy? I'm a ghost. What could there possibly be for me to be afraid of? Besides, I've read plenty of horror novels. Oh no, dude. Bro, I'm just gonna say this. My parents used to tell me how horrifying old horror movies used to be to them. Like my dad told me, like, he watched the original Frankenstein and, like, everyone in the theater was, like, screaming at the original Frankenstein movie. You watch that nowadays, and it's, like, a joke, okay? So, like, I'm not gonna lie, like, bro is not prepared. You are not prepared. If you say so. I think horror movies are completely different from books, though. True. Unless you're only afraid by, like, existential horror and stuff like that. Don't say I didn't warn you. I'll be waiting to say I told you so. Suit yourself. If you get scared, feel free to cuddle up with me. I'll protect you. Yeah, it's a 3. It's a 3 every time. Cyrus narrows his eyes at you in an attempt to look unamused, but he really just ends up looking adorable. Am I supposed to feel safe with someone who nearly jumped out of the second floor window at a little prank? This causes you to let out an indignant gasp. Oh, you little brat. You're never gonna let that go, are you? I thought my life was in danger. Sue me. I'm just teasing you. For what it's worth, I am sorry again. I'll stop bringing it up if it bothers you. Oh my god, this is me talking. I can't even tease someone without being like, is that okay if I use that? You quickly shake your head, shifting to be a bit closer to him. I'm over it, I promise. I don't mind the jokes at all, Sai. He looks visibly relieved and his expression brightens significantly. Good. Anyways, in terms of getting scared, I won't turn down an excuse to be closer to you. Aw, you little sweetheart. You're completely forgiven. Alright, as much fun as it's going to be as it is going back and forth with you, let's start the movie before it gets too late. Click play on the horror movie you pulled up before reaching over to grab the throw blanket you brought with. While the opening credits play, you drape the blanket across yours and Cyrus's shoulders, causing his eyes to widen in surprise as his face to flush. You'll thank me later. You explain as you grab one of the pillows in the bed to rest in your lap for when you inevitably need to hide behind it. It's cozy. You're so warm. Never second guess teasing. Sure. I don't IRL. He mumbles under his breath, his already soft voice near inaudible. It's gotten me into a lot of trouble, chat. You should definitely second guess your teasing. You know, there's only so far you can tease someone. Unfortunately, I just don't know when that stop time is. Rather than tease him more, like you normally would, you simply shift a little closer and settle in just in time for the opening scene of the movie to start. Quickly find out that Cyrus is in fact not good with horror movies, which works because neither are you. By the third jump scare, you've got a death grip on the pillow and he's about to tear holes in your shirt from how tight he's holding onto your sleeve. Halfway through the movie, you both graduated to clinging onto each other, both of you staring wide-eyed at the laptop screen, unable to look away. Maybe this was a bad idea. Do you want to turn it off? We don't need to finish it. Cyrus quickly shakes his head. No, I need to know how it ends. I don't care if I end up traumatized. This was me as a kid. Fine, but you owe me. I'm gonna have nightmares. You grimace and reluctantly turn your attention back to the movie. Somehow you manage to make it through the rest of the movie without screaming or otherwise embarrassing yourself. At least you can rest easy knowing Cyrus was just as scared, if not more so than you were. You let out a slightly shaky exhale and set the pillow aside, giving Cyrus a glance. Well, what'd you think of your first horror movie? The next one I watch with you is going to be during the daytime. I like the story, even if the idea of a vengeful ghost is overdone, even by my time period. Though, I can see why people are so afraid of ghosts if this is your perception of them. I can consider giving you a pass for almost jumping out of the window. See? Sweet, sweet validation. I wouldn't have ran if I knew you were so cute and non-threatening. I could be plenty threatening if I want to be. Besides, are you sure this is the hill you want to die on after just watching a horror movie? Absolutely. You're adorable. In an instant, Cyrus disappears from his spot next to you. You quickly scan the room, but you don't see him anywhere. Seriously, you pulled this little stunt earlier. You need new material. Before you could finish your sentence, you suddenly feel chilly breath on your ear and his voice whispers from behind you. Boo. Heart. You let out an embarrassing squeak and quickly turn to smack his now visible arm as he returns to his spot next to you. You brat. I told you I could still scare you. Despite the fear you felt from his prank, the blush across your cheeks refuses to go away. If anything, they turned a darker shade of pink. You silently hope that the dim candlelight in the room works in your favor, and Cyrus doesn't realize the extent of the effect he had on you. A smile fades off his face and replaced by one of mild concern as he observes you. I didn't actually scare you that badly, did I? Come on, look at me. Are you alright? Absolutely not. He's not going to see you all flustered like this. You'd rather die and become a ghost yourself. Aw, chat, you're so cute. You angle your body until your back is to him. I'm fine, don't worry. Curse the unsteady quality of your voice. Cyrus hums thoughtfully behind you, and you hope he'll drop this topic. I think that was supposed to be a sexy boo that he gave, but I tried to just say boo, but like really close in your ears, like boo, with the voice I'm giving him. Then, without any warning, his spectral form appears right in front of you, causing you to cry out in surprise. Before you can hide your face, Cyrus seemingly comes to a conclusion for himself and a teasing grin appears on his lips. Chat, do you perhaps enjoy me scaring you? That's it. You're gonna find the nearest heavy object and bash your head into it. You'd rather die than face his mortification. You stare at him wide-eyed for a few moments as your mouth opens and closes, but you're unable to muster up a response. Of course not. Who would like being scared? You, apparently. If it makes you feel any better, most of the visitors I get are people here for the same reason. He pauses before shooting you another teasing smirk, though none of them have ever blushed over me scaring them. Yeah, well, it helps that you're so nice to look at. Enjoy this brief moment of victory while it lasts, Cyrus. Like you wouldn't have the same reaction situations reversed. I like the first one. I like the second one. The third one's kind of whatever. What do you think, chat? I did mean from Cyrus. Alright. Number 2? Alright, let's go with number 2. Oh, I will. I know you'll inevitably take revenge, but I'll savor these rare moments when I get the upper hand to their fullest. Anyways, it's getting really late, isn't it? You need your rest. Okay, chat chose number 2. We're good. Glance at the time on your laptop and see that it's nearly 2 in the morning. Time really flew by watching movies with Cyrus. I probably should, yeah. Are you gonna try and sleep? I might for a little while to pass the time until you wake up in the morning. Do you need anything before bed? Extra pillows? Blankets? I know it's probably chilly for you in here. I'll be fine, don't worry. But thank you, Cy. Though, I really don't know how well I'll sleep in a haunted mansion after watching a horror movie. Cyrus gives you a sympathetic look and wraps his arms around you in a side hug. My room is just right down the hall. I'll leave my door open for you in case you need anything. Just come right in. That gives you some sense of relief, as ironic as it was feeling comforted by a ghost. Thanks. In that case, I'm gonna get ready for bed. I had a ton of fun tonight, though. How did you like your first sleepover movie night? I want to do it again and again and again and again. Hey, yo. This gets a laugh out of you, and you reach over to give his hair a soft pat. Definitely. I wish I could take you to an actual movie theater. You sigh, remembering his predicament. You would definitely have to research all you could tomorrow to see if there was something you could do for him. Okay, I'm gonna try and get some rest then. Stretch your arms above your head, and as you climb to your feet in preparation, to start your nightly routine. Cyrus gets up as well and heads over to the door, offering you one last sweet smile. Good night, chat. I'm right down the hall if you need me. Sweet dreams. Night, Cy. See you tomorrow. Smile back in return and watch as he leaves the room, shutting the door behind him. After you brush your teeth and wash your face with the bottled water you brought, you quickly change into some sweatpants and a hoodie you packed, knowing how cold the room might be. Though, after curling up under the thick blanket of Lottie's old bed, you find yourself surprisingly comfortable and toasty. Cyrus mercifully left the candles going so the room wasn't completely pitch black. You didn't know if you'd be able to sleep if that was the case. You already feel slightly creeped out now that Cyrus was gone and you were alone in the room. Realistically, you knew you were safe, but that still didn't stop your stupid lizard brain from being paranoid. Ugh, this was gonna be a long night. Still, you got as comfortable as you could and tried to will yourself to sleep. Unfortunately for you, every little creak or groan the mansion made caused your body to jolt and your brain to snap back awake. You're able to put up with nearly an hour of this before you sigh in annoyance and sit up in bed. There's no way you'd be able to sleep like this. You sat there, debating for several minutes whether or not to go bother Cyrus. He did say he probably wouldn't be sleeping that much tonight. And you knew for a fact that he wouldn't turn down company, especially from you. Why no cuddles, chat? Don't worry about it, we're getting them. So with that, you hopped out of bed and padded quietly down the hallway until you saw an open doorway with candlelight spilling out into the hall. Hesitantly, you knock on the wooden door frame before poking your head in. Cyrus, who was sitting on his bed reading, jumps in surprise and quickly turns to look at you. Seeing how jumpy he was, especially as a ghost, made you feel a little better. Is everything okay? Are you alright? Come in. You walk into the room, your socked feet quiet on the wooden floor. You bite your lip anxiously, feeling embarrassed now that you had to admit to him why you were awake. Yeah, I'm not gonna say that. Too freaked out to sleep. No, I just wanted to come see you. I missed you, bro. No homo. I think chat wants that one, okay? Cyrus gives you a dubious look, raising an eyebrow at you. Any other time that would get me, but I can tell you're lying. No! You let out a small groan and roll your eyes. Damn him. At least let me have my pride, jeez. But fine, I was too freaked out to sleep. Cyrus's expression melts into one of compassion as he gestures for you to take a seat on the edge of his bed. You do as he asks and plops down on his soft mattress. That makes perfect sense. You're in an unfamiliar place and you're trying to sleep right after being terrified by the movie. This has been my house for the past 150 years and I'd be too unsettled to sleep right now. Do you think you'd be alright sleeping if I stayed in the room with you? I can just read at the desk or something. Maybe. I don't know. I feel wide awake now. No homo, socks on. No homo, but socks are on. I'm thinking no homo and socks stay on. You sigh and rub your eyes, mentally cursing your past self for putting on the movie in the first place. Cyrus thinks for a moment, but before his face lights up again. In that case, why don't you come with me for a while? I want to show you a place we missed on your initial tour. We can hang out there until you start to feel sleepy. Sure. Thanks, Cy. He smiles warmly in return before leading you out of the mansion into the back gardens. The gardens? Despite being overgrown and in desperate need of some serious landscaping, the garden was beautiful, especially in the moonlight. Cyrus takes note of your reaction and grins softly at you. Pretty, right? I wish you could have seen it back when it was actually maintained. It'd be a fun summer project to try cleaning it up if you'd like. I love gardening. I might just take you up on that offer. I'd love to have my hydrangeas back. Now, the gardens are only part of what I wanted to show you. See that? He points a translucent finger towards a small grassy hill near the edge of the woods. This is the ideal spot for stargazing. Interested? Kiss your homies goodnight, chat. Consider my interest piqued. It's a perfect night for it. Give the sky a quick glance, noting how it was completely free of clouds, before returning Cyrus's smile. Cyrus walks with you over to the hill and sits down on the grass, stretching his legs out in front of him. I was gonna say, does this game have no CGs? So this is the one thing we do get? It's pretty good. Nice. Sit down beside him and cast your gaze up to the sparkling stars in the sky above you. Cyrus doing the same. Actually, if you don't mind, chat, I'm just gonna save. There we go. There was less light pollution out here in the woods, making the whole experience even better. Two of you sit in the grass in silence for what felt like an hour before you eventually open your mouth to speak. I'm going to do everything I can so that you can leave the mansion, Cyrus. You deserve to see the rest of the world, not be stuck in this bubble forever. Cyrus turns his gaze away from the sky and gives you a bittersweet smile, shifting to gently bump his shoulders against yours. Don't feel bad if it doesn't end up working. You don't even know where to begin, right? It's entirely possible that there's nothing either one of us can do. Stick your tongue out at him. I'm still gonna try. You deserve that much. I don't deserve you. You hadn't even known me for a week and you already care so much. You're a good person, chat. I have a natural weakness for cute ghost boys. Can't help it. Cyrus bursts into laughter and reaches out to ruffle your hair in a playful manner. Oh right, because you've met so many other ghosts. He rolls his eyes at you. You shrug. Not my fault I met the best one first. It's already ingrained. You can't change it. Come on, let's get you back inside before we spend the entire night out here. Do you want me to sit in your room with you while you try and sleep? Hey, yo, chat. I wish I could see it. What do you mean, Ghost? 2? I'm thinking 2. Chat catching up. Hey, yo, chat. Excuse me. Chats. Alright, spoon and sesh it is. I'd sleep even better if you got into bed with me. Cyrus's face goes scarlet. What? You can just sit next to me and read while I sleep or something. What were you thinking? He ignores your question and quickly changes the subject. Here, let's head inside. He gets up. He didn't say no. Hey, chat, he didn't say no. Gets to his feet and stretches before reaching a spectral hand down to help you up. shiver a bit as his chilly skin makes contact with yours and climb to your feet as well. You give his hand a soft squeeze before letting go. Cyrus walks by your side as the two of you head back into the mansion and up to Lottie's room once again. Climb back into bed and settle yourself under the blankets as Cyrus sits down in an armchair by the window. Damn, not in bed. Sweet dreams, chat. Here's hoping. Thanks again for staying here with me, taking me out stargazing. Good night, Cy. He smiles sweetly at you before opening his book and beginning to read as you close your eyes and eventually fall into slumber. The following morning, you wake up and are surprised to see Cyrus still in the armchair, although now he's fast asleep with the book still open on his lap. You blink groggily a few times before sitting up in bed and stretching your arms up over your head with a yawn. Cyrus stirs at the noise and slowly opens his eyes as well, his gaze quickly finding you. I'm glad you managed to sleep. I wonder if he just was faking that. He just was like, I guess I'll try to be asleep for when they wake up so it's not weird. Glad you managed to sleep. Ah, you weren't supposed to wake up. Gives you a confused look, his head tilting slightly to the side. I was gonna come over and kiss you awake. Hey, chat? Chat? You're so forward. Cyrus sputters in shock and embarrassment as he registers your words. It takes him several moments before he's able to form a coherent sentence. Don't casually joke about something like that. Who said I was joking? Chat, please. We both just woke up. Can't I have 10 minutes before you begin teasing me so mercilessly? I'll give you 5. That's even weirder, Clock. Yo, that's how I know. Nah. Trust me when I say this. Trust me, chat. Trust me. This is how I know you don't have a partner. Because it happens to me all the time where I wake up first. So there's 3 things I do. And you never want to do the 4th thing. The first thing is you just walk away, you do your own thing, just leave them alone. Second thing, act like you're asleep if you know they're going to wake up soon. Because the fourth thing is what you don't want to do. There is nothing creepier than waking up to seeing someone staring at you while you're waking up. Nah, even if it's your partner, it's just weird and creepy and scary. It's not a good sight, I swear to God. Unless they're, and then I was gonna say the third thing is waking them up, and I was like, that's different, actively waking them up. I'll give you 5. Cyrus groans and lifts the book in his lap to bury his face into the pages and shield himself from your view. I mean, okay, Ghost, I'm not saying you can't watch people. I'm not saying you can't watch someone sleep. You just gotta make sure that you know when they're gonna wake up. There's signs, they stop snoring, they make a grunt, or they shift a little bit in their sleep, and wake up moving a little bit. And then you just quickly close your eyes like you were asleep. And if you're a girl, you do that with full makeup on, and you're and the guy's like, wow, you really look that beautiful without makeup on? That aside, Cyrus lowers the book, his expression significantly more composed now. I'd offer to make you breakfast, but well, no worries. I was gonna either grab something on the way home or eat something at my house. I have work I have to get done today, otherwise I'd offer to stay longer. Sorry, Cy. Not at all. You have your life, I know that. I'll come back first thing tomorrow, though. Promise. Don't miss me too much, okay? It hasn't been 5 minutes yet. You roll your eyes at his dramatic pout before climbing out of bed and beginning to pack up all your belongings you brought with. Cyrus helps you grab a few things, then makes the bed once you're all settled. Be safe driving home, and make sure you eat something. Yes, Mother. Cyrus gives you an unamused look. How long is this, bro? I'm teasing. I'll be safe. Walk me to the door? Of course. Make your way downstairs with him and stand on the porch outside the mansion. I'll be back before you know it, and hopefully with some ideas to try to get you out of here. You're the sweetest menace I've ever met, and that's the nicest compliment I've ever received. Before you can lose your nerve, you lean up and brush your lips against Cyrus's cool cheek. Bye for now, Cy. Cyrus looks like a deer in headlights for a good few seconds before a wide smile overtakes his face. See you tomorrow, chat. And with that, you turn and make your way back through the woods into your car. Bro? Stop off at a fast food place to get yourself some breakfast before making it back to your house, where much to your disappointment, you have to begin working. As much as you'd love to start researching for ways to help out Cyrus, having money for rent and groceries took precedent. Damn. Finally, after a long few hours that dragged on for what it felt like far longer than necessary, you're done working for the day. Hey, yo, that library, though? Hey, yo, I wish I had a library of that where I lived. A little AI nonsense, but, you know, still. You decided you'd hit up the library first before they closed. Man, imagine if this was all real art, though. Dude, imagine. Ugh. You decided you'd hit up the library first before they closed and see if you couldn't scrounge anything up there. You could research on your laptop at any time after all. It was around half an hour before closing at the library by the time you left. You'd skimmed through well over a dozen books while you were there, and you brought home around half that with you. Naturally, any information you found in the supernatural had to be taken with a grain of salt, you quickly found out. Different books and articles conflicted each other left and right, and some information proposed was so outlandishly ridiculous, you knew it wouldn't even be worth trying. But you had a few ideas of things you could try to help Cyrus. Still, you wanted to learn as much as you could, so when you get back home, you hop on your laptop and begin researching online. You were so absorbed in clicking through different pages online that several hours flew by in a flash. Shit. You'd forgotten to eat dinner, or even lunch for that matter. You'd grabbed a small snack after you finished your work earlier, but it definitely didn't count as a meal. Seeing as if it was too late to cook anything, you sigh and dig out the leftovers from the fridge. A few days old at this point, but upon sniffing them, they were still edible. Probably. 0 to 24 for me, all or nothing. What the fuck? Lately for me, my sleep has been about 3 to 5 hours. It's been pretty bad, my sleep schedule, honestly, chat. Today does not look like it's going to be any better. So, after scarfing down your slightly questionable meal, it's time for bed. You have to get an early start tomorrow after all. You had made a list in your phone of several things to try for when you go to visit Cyrus tomorrow, some of which you needed to hit up the store to gather materials for. Feeling accomplished, you climb into your bed after doing your nightly routine. It doesn't take long for you to fall asleep after the long day you had. Also, chat, go to fucking sleep. Get some sleep. Chapter 3 complete. Sleep with the dead. Get some sleep. This ain't a competition, okay? We're just complaining about how I wish I could sleep for more than 6 hours a day. The next morning you wake up. You immediately know something is wrong. Your entire body is covered in a cold sweat. Your vision is blurry and your stomach feels like it's twisting itself into knots with nausea. God, you shouldn't have eaten those leftovers. There's no way this was anything other than food poisoning, which means there was nothing you could do but wait it out for the symptoms to pass. Your hazy mind drifts to Cyrus as you lay in bed. You feel horrible knowing that you won't be able to keep your promise and make it over today. Didn't even have a way to contact him and let him know. Wait, just get the pigeon. Just get your messenger pigeon, eh? Hopefully, he wouldn't be too upset with you. You sigh to yourself and close your eyes, hoping that if you rest, you can fight this off faster. You should probably get some actual food. Seems like the universe is against you, however, because you spend not only the entire day in bed, but the next as well. There's just no way you could manage to get yourself up and over to Brierwood Manor in this state. Stupid pot roast of portraying you like this. It was so delicious when you first cooked it, too. This is so sad. Finally, on the morning of the third day, you feel like yourself again, exhausted and starving for actual food, but better. Wanting to waste no time, you eat a light breakfast and make a quick trip to the store to gather the materials needed for all the various ideas you wrote down to try and help Cyrus. Then it was off to Brierwood Manor. You still hadn't been feeling slightly off due to being sick the last 2 days. You would have sprinted up to the front doors. Instead, you settled for speed walking. You knock on the front doors and wait. After a minute or two, the doors creak open, revealing Cyrus standing there with a mixture of surprise and relief on his face. Oh, it's so cute, dude. I'm so sorry, bro. Cyrus, I'm so sorry. I stupidly ate leftovers I shouldn't have and ended up with a food poisoning and quickly raises his hand, cutting you off, and before you can process it, he's crushing you in a nearly suffocating hug. His hands grip onto the fabric of your shirt tightly as he buries his face into your neck. After the surprise wears off, you return the embrace and say softly to him, I'm so sorry. I feel so bad. I had no way to let you know. Cyrus doesn't immediately reply. He simply squeezes you tighter. Please don't apologize, Chad. You can't help being sick. I would never hold that against you. He says softly, his face still hidden against your neck. when you didn't come over the other day. He takes a shaky breath. I was so worried something happened. I tried to stay rational and tell myself something probably came up and you couldn't make it. But then you didn't show up the next day either and... Trails off, going quiet for a few moments as he tries to collect himself. I missed you so much, Chet. I'm so glad to see you. You reach up to gently run your fingers through his hair in a comforting gesture as you hug him tight with your other arm. I'm sorry I made you worry so much, Sai. I missed you too. Finally, he releases you from the hug and reaches up to wipe his teary eyes with his sweater sleeves. How are you feeling now? If you still feel sick, please go back home and rest. Don't push yourself for my sake. I feel drained from the last 2 days, but I'm not sick anymore. Cyrus frowns, but he doesn't argue any further with you, though he looks like he wants to. Don't look at me like that, come on. It's 3 AM for you and you gotta be up at 5. Might as well stay up. Yeah, just pull an all-nighter, really. Cheer up, I have a whole list of things we can try to solve your issue of not being able to leave the property. You excitedly hold up your shopping bag for emphasis. Some of it is admittedly pretty stupid, but it doesn't hurt to cover all of our bases, right? Cyrus eyes the bag dubiously. I still don't have high hopes, but I'm willing to go along with whatever at this point. What's first? So with that, you begin making your way down the list, trying everything from burning sage throughout the entire mansion to pouring table salt on his grave in the small family cemetery in the back of the property. You even tried a Ouija board just for the hell of it. The goddamn Luigi board. After a long few hours, you finally sigh in defeat and slump against the wall. This sucks. Cyrus sighs as well and nods in agreement. It does, but I expected this. Still, I don't want you to think I don't appreciate you for trying so hard for my sake, chat. He gives your head a gentle pat in an attempt to cheer you up. I feel so bad. I wanted to be able to do this for you so badly. Cyrus frowns sympathetically in response and softly nudges your back with his hand. Come on, let's head to the library. We can relax for a while and play a game or something. Nice. You let out another sigh and begin making your way down to the hall and to the library, Cyrus walking at your side. Inside the library, Cyrus gets the fireplace going before coming to stand next to you again and a concerned expression on his face. You look like you're taking this harder than I am. It just makes me upset how unfair your situation is at all. I'm okay. Cyrus looks you over for a moment before his worried expression changes to one of subtle mischief. Before you can question him, he vanishes from your side. You groan in response and briefly look around the room for him, but he completely disappeared. Ugh, Sai, come on. What are you even doing? You begin to make your way over to the couch to dig out your game console you brought with you, when suddenly the rug under your feet is yanked out from under you. You let out a sharp cry as your body falls backwards. Instead of crashing to the floor, however, you suddenly feel an arm hook around your waist and catch you mid-fall. No way, dude. No way he just did this, dude. No way. Bro is trying his hardest to riz you up, chat. You didn't really think I'd let you fall, did you? You sputter in response at Cyrus's sudden closeness, feeling your face grow hot. What was that for? I wanted to get your mind off of things. You needed a distraction. Pulls you back to a standing position, acting as if his little stunt was the most casual thing in the world. You did not get to riz me up like that with no repercussions. That was nice. Really nice, actually. Since when are you so smooth? Chat, which one do you want? Is this horror or fluff? This is all rom-com, basically. Chat, you want number 2? Ghost wants 2. Ghost boy Riz, dude. Hey, yo, dude. 1. 2. I'm seeing a lot of 2s. We're gonna say Riz. 2 works. I'll take a number 2. Alright. Putting your unfamiliar slang aside, any repercussions will be worth it. You're still blushing. Are you feeling a little better? Please don't dwell on not being able to help. He takes a seat on the soft velvet cushions of the love seat by the fireplace Gestures for you to join him. Plop down next to him and drop your head onto his shoulder. I just can't believe it was something as stupid as you being tied to the place you died in. I mean, there are sightings of ghost haunting cemeteries, right? They didn't die there. It doesn't make any sense. Cyrus wraps his arm around you in a comforting manner. True, maybe it's just because their bodies are there. No, that can't be it. Your body is here, sure, but then what does that mean for ghosts that haunt places where they aren't buried? I mean, we don't know if that's true. Cyrus hums thoughtfully. True, I suppose that isn't it then. Suddenly, realization hits you, and you quickly jump to your feet, causing Cyrus to jump slightly at your outburst. I have an idea. What if your spirit isn't tied to the mansion itself, but something in it? Cyrus tilts his head as he considers your proposal. What would that something be? I don't know. That's what you need to figure out. I read a few articles about ghosts being attached to certain items they cherished when they were alive. Things like stuffed animals, music boxes, pocket watches, those kinds of things. Yeah, and I watched a lot of Supernatural, and what you do is you cover it in salt and then you burn it. Along with their bones. Okay? That's what you do. And then they die. They burn and go to purgatory. A horrible thing, honestly. Things that hold significant sentimental value to you. Cyrus's lips purse in thought as he thinks. After a moment, his eyes slowly drift down to the silver locket hanging from his neck. You think that might be it? But you've been wearing it this entire time. Shouldn't you be able to leave then? This isn't the real locket. This is just my spirit manifesting what I was wearing when I died. Wait, I have so many questions now. Can you never change clothes then? Cyrus chuckles a little at the sudden tone shift. No, but I can put on other clothes. They just won't be translucent like the ones I'm wearing are. Give him an even more confused look, making him chuckle in response. Does that mean he can never get naked? It'll be quicker if I just show you. Here, watch. Slips the locket off and places it in your hands. The locket remains semi-transparent and cold to the touch as you hold it. Then as suddenly as it was placed in your hand, it disappears. You notice that Cyrus is once again wearing it. My outfit is technically a part of my ghost, I guess. I can remove it, but I just have to think about it, and I can make it reappear on me. That's good to hear. For a second I was worried I'd never be able to see you without a shirt. Cyrus chokes. Chat! You continue on as if nothing happened. Your tone is casual as ever. Okay, never mind, chat. We're good. You're good. Anyways, the more I learn about ghosts, the less they make sense. You can eat, but the food disappears as soon as you swallow it. And now you can have magical ghost clothes? I don't make the rules, I'm just forced to follow them. Getting back on topic, his expression softens as his gaze trails down to the locket around his neck once more. This was a birthday present Lottie got for me when I turned 12. My parents weren't big on gift giving, I mostly just received money from them, so getting this from my sister? I know it's just a silly necklace, but it means a lot to me. I wore it nearly every day, right up until the end. Gently clicks the locket, revealing a tiny black and white photo of a much younger Cyrus, standing alongside Charlotte and his parents. I can't think of anything else it would be, honestly. Can't help but smile at the sentimentality and the warm look on Cyrus's face. It's incredibly sweet, Cy. Do you know where the actual locket is, then? A thought dawns on you, and a horrified expression crosses your face. You weren't buried with it, were you? Am I gonna have to dig up a grave? Cyrus bursts into laughter, as clutching his sides as he doubles over. I'm sorry, that was just such a good look on your face. He composes himself after a minute and wipes a tear from his eye. As hilarious as it would be to have to help you dig up my own body, no. Remember that keepsake chest Lottie put together that I told you about? It's up in the attic. Damn. Oh, well, that's significantly less traumatizing. I was worried about how I was going to pay for therapy. Damn, I was almost looking forward to grave robbing. Thank God, I didn't want to spend 4 hours digging up your skeleton. I kind of like the second one, but number 1's good too. What do you want, chat? Yeah, I'm digging up graves. You know it. You know it, Devil's Avocado. We're digging up graves. 2 again. Yeah. I was looking forward to it, honestly. That's unhinged, chat. How do you even know what that means? You make a heart with your hands at him in return. Heart. Love you, bro. Anyways, let's head up to the attic then. I have a good feeling about this. Okay, that was like the one immersion break that he said unhinged. Nobody's saying unhinged behavior in the fucking 1800s, okay? Cyrus leads you to where the hatch for the attic is located and lowers the ladder to the floor. It's dusty, but should be safe. I don't think any of the flooring up there is rotten or anything. The mansion hasn't betrayed me so far. You shrug and begin climbing the ladder, making sure to test each rung before putting your full weight on it. Poking your head up into the attic, you survey the new space. It wasn't nearly as bad as you were expecting. You've seen modern attics that are sketchier than this. It's actually not even that sketchy because it's AI art, but still. Ever since Kerm brought it up, it's all I can see now is the... Bro, this game would have been like a perfect 10 out of 10 if they had taken the time to draw the backgrounds. Or buy some. You can do that, by the way. You can pay someone else to do them or buy some online for free use. Okay. Cyrus floats up after you and heads over to a table near the wall. You follow after him and spot a small ornate box sitting on the table. It's covered in dust, but not nearly as much as the other furniture in the room. Cyrus must occasionally come up here and look at the contents. He motions for you to stand next to him and gingerly lifts the lid of the box. Inside the velvet interior are several items, ranging from photographs to letters and even a small plush rabbit. You said Lottie made this as a keepsake chest? Mm-hmm. Things she and my parents wanted to remember me by, I suppose. I don't know why they left it here when they moved. Cyrus's face suddenly darkens as a thought seemingly crosses his mind. If they had brought this with them, and your theory about my locket is right, then... Trails off, and you quickly put two and two together. Then you would be with them when they moved instead of here. You press a little closer to Cyrus's side, offering him comfort if he needs it. He takes a breath and lets it out slowly before returning to his task of gently removing items from the box. There's no changing what happened. This is how things are now. Besides, I never would have met you if they had taken the box with them. And as much as I wish I could have spent more time with my family, I wouldn't want to give you up either, chat. They broke AF, lol. Yeah, they're probably broke. And they probably didn't want to take the time to actually draw them. Or their skill wasn't at that level yet. But I do personally think there'd be a lot more charm in drawing it yourself. But I also understand why they did it, you know. Gives your hair a gentle ruffle and smiles sweetly at you. Sigh, I don't even know what to say. No need to say anything. Thank you for being you. Menace that you are. Cyrus then turns to lift a small jewelry box out of the keepsake chest and hands it to you. You meet his eyes for a moment before lifting the lid. Did we, what happened? A posture check? Sit up. I don't want to sit up. Leave me alone. It's late. It's like 11:20 my time. Let me goblin game. Let me slouch. Okay, I'm sitting up straight. Chat, you better all be sitting up straight too. Silver locket inside looks identical to the one around Cyrus's neck, minus the fact it doesn't possess the spectral transparency that he does. Just crack your back, hydrate. I'm actually out of water. That's how long we've been playing for. I don't have any water. You're wasting your points, chat. I'm sorry. Are you ready to go try this theory out? Cyrus nods. I'm prepared for it not to work, but you said you had a good feeling about this, right? I trust you. Then go get more. No, I'm finishing the game. You go to hand the box, continuing to lock it back to him, but he stops you, smiling warmly. Doesn't have to be water. Like, yeah, let me just get my own cum. Keep it, even if it doesn't work. I want you to have it. Oh, sweat? Oh, I guess that's much more reasonable. He holds up the spectral version around his neck. Drink the... No, I'm not drinking the communal jar. That's saved up for a reason. We can match. That's cute. Stop, I'll cry. You're killing me with the wholesomeness today, Sai. I'm considering this a marriage proposal. I mean, if it works, we're kind of tied to him forever. I mean, that's like marriage. Chat, what do you want? Chat, what do you want? 2 for the kill funny. Killing me with the wholesomeness today, Sai. Get it? He's dead. Damn. Daniel drinks from it. I saw him. God damn it, Daniel. 3. Number 3. No worries. Hey, it's good when your partners watch your anime recommendations. It's cool. I'm seeing 3 3s and 2 2s. Damn, Daniel. Back at it again? No. Nope. Okay, actually it's 3-3. I need someone to tie break. Someone to tie break. Oh wait, no, it's 4 threes? 4 threes and 2 twos? Okay, another 3. We're going with this. I'm considering this a marriage proposal. Your words lack any of their usual teasing flirtatiousness. However, as you return his smile. If you can find a priest that will marry you to a ghost, sure. Don't tempt me. Carefully lift the locket out of the box and clasp it around your neck, the pendant resting comfortably against your chest. Cyrus smiles even wider, seeing you wear it. It suits you. You know, it said it was cold, you know, and, I mean, you know, I'm just saying this now, chat. I mean, we can feel him. Like, I can touch him. He is physical. How you think that pussy is like? No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. Okay, I'll stop. I'll stop there. That- Trying to drink that ectoplasm. Out to the front gates then. The sun is going to start setting soon. You nod and make your way with him outside the mansion and to the front gates of the property. So, how are we doing this? Should I just walk out and see if you can follow? I suppose so. I don't have any other ideas. With that, you pass through the opening between the gates and take a few steps back from them. You hold your breath as Cyrus approaches the gates next. Oof. Please work. Cyrus seems to take a deep breath as well, as if preparing himself for another failure before he takes another step forward and passes through the gates, just like you had. Both of you were silent for a few moments, not even daring to breathe. Cyrus. Cyrus looks at you before glancing back at the iron gates behind him. Did it really work? He seems to be at a complete loss for words, taking a few more hesitant steps away from the gates and towards you. It worked! It worked, Cyrus! You let out the breath you had been holding and quickly rushed forward to throw your arms around him in a tight hug, nearly lifting him off the ground in the process. You hear Cyrus choke on air as his arms are crushed against his side from your embrace. The boyfriend can follow you now everywhere you go. Ghost boyfriend. You get a glimpse at his expression, and he looks like he wants to celebrate and burst into tears all at the same time. Yo, Mark Kizzle, thanks for the sub. I had to turn it off because we got follow botted, but thanks for the sub. I really appreciate that, okay? We're playing a dating sim. Hell yeah. Finally release him from the hug. He takes a shaky breath and runs his fingers through his hair. Can we walk a little further away, just to be sure? You nod in response, reaching out to grasp his chilly hand in your own, and gently tug him down the path that leads into the woods. Wait, nice? Cyrus is tense for the first few seconds, but relaxes more the further you get away from the mansion. You notice that he even has a tiny smile on his face now. Throw it back for him. What? I have so much I want to show you. I'm bringing you to an amusement park, the movies, the beach, my favorite cafe, the mall. Begin listing off various other places, and you hear Cyrus laugh softly from beside you. I guess that he said he can wear clothes, so if we put regular clothes on him, like, and just put like a hoodie up on him at all times, it'd be pretty hard to notice that he's translucent. Good, because I wouldn't even know where to start. His voice still sounds somewhat fragile, as if he might start crying any second. Give his hand a gentle squeeze in response. I had an idea, actually. Cyrus tilts his head at you in question. I'm gonna see if I can find your family's records online, see where they're buried. We can go visit them. Your words were enough of a push to cause Cyrus to actually begin crying now. Chad, I'm sorry. I should have waited to say that part now that I think about it. He shakes his head, squeezing your hand back in response. No, it's fine. These are happy tears. Oh, we could put makeup on him so he's not translucent, actually. Perfect. We'll just put a lot of, what's that? What is it? Complexion? I forget what it's called. The stuff that you just put on your skin to make it look like more skin color. He rubs his eyes with the sleeve on his free arm before glancing down at the locket around your neck. Foundation! Thank you. Thank you. I do not pay nearly enough attention to makeup as I should. Can't believe this worked, is all. I was so sure I'd be stuck at the manor forever. I can't remember the last time I was this happy. There's no way I could ever make it up to you. Everything you've done for me. I can think of something. Give me a smile. The biggest one you can manage. He laughs in surprise at your unexpected words, a huge grin forming on his face. That'll do. You're the cutest when you smile like that. I wasn't even trying yet. So I naturally have that power over you? This is excellent news to me. If it makes you happy, sure. I can't think of anyone else who would make me smile without fail like you can. It's both a blessing and a curse, which suits you perfectly. So, how about a sleepover at my house tonight? Interested? Cyrus pretends to think about it, tapping his chin in thought. Depends. How many bedrooms does your house have? Do you have your own ballroom? You laugh loudly and give his shoulder a gentle smack. You don't get to pull the spoiled rich kid act on me, especially since I know what you're actually like. But if you'd rather stay all by yourself at Brierwood with only the spiders and mice for company, be my guest. Also, you didn't tell me you had a ballroom on the tour. I forgot, honestly. We never used it that often. In any case, I'd love to have a sleepover with you at your house. Chat, what are your choices? What are you choosing? What is your option, chat? What do you want to choose? Good, because I wasn't asking. I've got the locket now, after all, and many more after that, hopefully. I might just have you move in with me. That'd be kind of sad, though, because eventually, if he's not here to watch the manor, someone will come to take it down. I think one is obvious. This could be your trial run as my new roommate. I think everyone's saying 1. By everyone, I mean 3 people, and I'm fine with that. Oh, am I a hostage now? Is that it? You nod, grinning widely at him. Absolutely. I've got stroke. Sorry. Absolutely. I've basically got you on a leash now. Where are the other 16? They're sleeping. Let them sleep. Let them grit max in peace. Chat. After the flush leaves Cyrus's face, he meets your eyes again. Would you really let me stay with you? Obviously, as long as you're comfortable with it. He casts a glance at the mansion behind him as his tone softens. I don't want to be alone anymore. And you're never going to be, as long as I have a say in it. Come on, we have a sleepover to get to. Do you want to bring anything with you to my house for the night? Cyrus thinks about it for a moment before shaking his head, smiling gently. Not that I can think of. I really want to go. I want to see what things are like out there. This just still doesn't feel real. I never thought I'd ever get to leave. Can we go? Please? You feel your heart melt at the expression on his face and the sincere, slightly pleading tone in his voice. Silently, you offer your hand and he takes it in your own without hesitation, his fingers lacing together with yours. You lead him through the forest into your car, clicking the unlock button on your keys with your free hand. Cyrus's eyes go wide as he takes in the sight of your vehicle, letting go of your hand to run his fingers over the cool metal of the hood. Wow. You laugh in response and open the passenger side door for him. I have a feeling I'm going to be hearing that a lot from you for the foreseeable future. There's a lot to get used to for someone who hasn't seen the world in over a century. What is that sign? Yeah, it's AI. It's AI. This is why I'm not a big fan of AI. It just doesn't even look that good once you actually start like AI art, like at like a glance, it looks good, right? Like from a distance. Then you like actually look at it and it's just like, oh, okay, this is Garbo. And the only reason it looks good at all in the first place is because it's ripped from artists who actually did do good work. That's the thing I hate about it. And, of course, the artists didn't get paid a single cent for their work to be taken from them, so that's cool. Cyrus looks embarrassed. I promise I'll try to contain myself. I was teasing. You're adorable when you get that awe-filled look in your eyes. He pouts slightly in response, but doesn't say anything further. Yeah, there's 3 signs. You instruct him to climb into the car and buckle up before settling in yourself and turning the engine on. You can roll down your window with that button if you want. Point to the little switch before reversing out of the worn pathway and back onto the road. You're thankful the sun hadn't quite set yet, which meant Cyrus was able to gawk at all the buildings and signs as you drove through town. Hey, yo, I live in what? A few minutes later, you pull into the driveway to your house and climb out of this car. Cyrus joining you after a brief struggle with the door handle, causing you to snicker. I'm going to haunt you if you laugh at every little time I fail using modern technology. More attention from you? Sounds like a win-win to me. Besides, aren't you already haunting me now? Quite literally, actually. You hold up the locket around your neck for emphasis. Remember that horror movie we watched? I'll make your life like that. I'll throw the walk-in outside and make you sleep in the front yard. Cyrus gasps in overdramatic fashion. You wouldn't. You wouldn't. You're right, I wouldn't. I couldn't bear to put a frown on such a precious little face. Reach up to squish his cool cheeks, tugging on them gently. Cyrus makes a noise that's both offended and flustered at the same time, batting your hands away from his face. Chat, seriously, are we just going to stand out here in the driveway flirting all night? Oh, so you'd rather flirt inside. I can do that. Chat! He groans in embarrassed exasperation, but allows you to take his hand again and lead him inside your house. Not me kicking my feet, giggling, blushing, kicking feet in the air. Any boys doing that? I love that meme when it's like a guy laying down on his bed, feet in the air, kicking them. He's like, yeah, Cyrus is gonna be like, why does your chair only have 3 legs? After a brief tour, you bring him into your bedroom. I know it's not nearly as grand as Brierwood Manor, but I hope you like it. Cyrus takes a moment to admire the room, walking around the space and looking at all your decor with a smile on his face. It's very you. I love it. Ah, you sweetheart. Thank you. We have a long night of movies and video games ahead of us, but there's something extra important I have to take care of first. Cyrus tilts his head at you cutely, a curious expression on his face. How adorably naive. Without any warning, you pounce on him, causing you both to fall onto your plush mattress. Wait, this is straight up like reminding me of a date with death. Hey, yo, dude. Hey, yo! Do you have any idea how long I've wanted to kiss you for? The ghost pinned beneath you was too stunned to speak for several long moments. I don't... Clears his throat. So, why haven't you? You've got me right where you want me, right? You gasp, your voice taking on a mock, scandalized tone. Cyrus? Sigh, you naughty boy. I knew you were a bottom. Kiss me already or I'll flip you and do it myself. I'd love to see your scrawny ass try. But you relent and lean in to press your lips to his in a surprisingly heated kiss, given the temperature difference between the two of you. After what feels like an eternity, you part, rolling off of him to lay beside him on the bed. Can't resist a smug grin as you see you're not the only one left panting from the kiss. If I wasn't already dead, you'd certainly be the death of me. Love you too, Sai. Chat is so goddamn down bad, dude. Chat is down bad. I'm looking forward to a very long time with you. When I die, I'm becoming a ghost. You'll never be free from me. For once, Cyrus doesn't get flustered by your words. I've never heard something so reassuring and threatening at the same time. Can't think of anyone I'd rather spend eternity with, chat. Chapter 4 complete. Necrophilia! Yeah, let's go! Let's go! This is the second game that I've become a necrophiliac. Actually, it wasn't even me. Chat, it wasn't even me. It was you. You're a necrophiliac! You're a necrophiliac! You're... Thank you for playing. Thank you for making the game. I love the included gallery, chat. You want to see Fanboy Bottom? Chat, please. Chat. It is a Noga Noel. That's the first game I had a necrophilia as a thing. Well, this is in the thumbnail, right, chat? You know this is gonna be the thumbnail. It's probably gonna be the thumbnail. Like here, I'll have this, and then I'll have like this, I guess, on the left, and then I don't know actually. This? I don't know, actually. I don't know what the thumbnail will be. Probably this, and this somehow mixed together. I'm trying to think of how that would work. Maybe this. I don't know. I don't know yet, chat. I don't know. We'll think about the thumbnail. I'll upload this to YouTube tomorrow. I'm gonna upload it as soon as I can. Game is game! Alright, chat. So that was Spectral Phantasy. I really like this one. I'm gonna have to dock a point for the AI art usage. I'm sorry. I get it. Probably I get it. I get it, you know. I'm not like
so diehard. I know there's a lot of people who are diehard. This developer probably just really wanted to pump up the game. They probably don't know the real, like the actual problems with AI art. I do think of it as a great tool for artists and animators, especially video game developers. AI stuff like there's definitely uses for AI, right, to come into play, like AI art and stuff. This was definitely longer than I expected it to be. I thought it'd be a lot shorter, but it was really good. I think it was wholesome, cute, funny. I think it was really good. So I liked it. Um, I wish they would have taken the time to just do the backgrounds and stuff, or gotten someone else to do them, maybe. But I get that that's not always an option, and a lot of people won't see that. But I know that. I get that. Um, but yeah. But also, I think you yourself, if the developer ever is watching this and sees this, I think you yourself would probably be a lot more proud of yourself of doing the backgrounds yourself. I'm just gonna say that now. I think everyone can agree. There's nothing better than when you did everything yourself, right? Through your own merit and hard work. So, anyways, good job though. Needs more spooning. Yeah, they really. I mean, reading the description of this, it said it was very like mild. I did like the ending, how it did finally. We got something. I was really worried there was gonna be like no payoff, quotation marks. If you want to test out the other options, download the game yourself. I'll leave the link in the description below, okay? Seriously, this game needs some attention. But aside from that, thanks for watching, and have a good one, guys. I'm Clock. And if you like this video, please leave a like. It helps me out a lot. And if you want to see more dating sims just like this one, check out my, subscribe, because we're definitely going to play more in the future. But we've played a lot of games that are pretty similar to this, like A Date with Death and Error 143. Those are both dating sims that are very similar to this. So check out my channel. I'll leave links to those dating sims in the end of the video too. And have a good night. Peace out.